Rybum.
Purple penis.
About Joe Cronin, like I could care less.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
About Joe Cronin, like I could care less. I'm not really a fan of Joe Cronin, but definitely not a fan.
He thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a very shock jock.
How about
or whatever.
Edge is back, everybody?
I have to explain. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper.
That guy is retarded, and yeah, I could care less about him, dude.
This is the Epic Voice Guy. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Monday Night Raw Review. It's September 26, 2022. For over 10 years, live after Monday Night Raw. No one else has done it that long. Here on the Joe Cronin Show, as we get set for the alert to go out and a couple other things. Just waiting on a few things here. Getting everything started. Hope you guys can go ahead and click the like button in the chat. I see the donos coming in already. If you want to donate, top of your chat box, it should be pinned to the top of the chat. You can donate that way, or you can use Super Chat, whichever one you want to do. It's up to you guys. Hit the like button at the very least. Get us to 69 likes if you can. That'd be cool. Appreciate that if you can do it. Try to do it. What up, guys? Colonel Stutters, how you doing, man? We're going to get things started in just a second, so bear with me here. How about Edge, man, coming back tonight? That did surprise me. I did not expect Edge to be back tonight. I heard about the I Quit match. There's been a couple matches already leaked out. Or, you know what I mean? Like, we've already heard about them. So I was actually kind of surprised that those were just, like, announced tonight when they were already spoiled everywhere else. So, I mean, I could have, I was going to do a video yesterday on the I Quit match and some of the other Extreme Rules matches that they had announced, or that were being announced. But, but then Edge comes out tonight, and it's like, oh, all right, I'm a little confused, but sure, okay. No, a little bit confused on that one, but maybe there's something else I'm missing. I don't know. But, we'll figure it out. Overall, before Edge came out and before all that stuff happened, for me, Raw was looking like a 5 out of 10 show. To be honest, it wasn't looking the greatest tonight. And then, it did, there were some good things, but it really wasn't looking that great. And it happens, man. We'll get to Edge in a minute. I see the chat going up right now. Just fixing my microphone stuff here. Got a little microphone issue that I'm working on as we speak. Give me one moment. What up, chat? We'll have my camera on in a second. Jennifer Muppet Baby really liked Raw. A lot of people going crazy about that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Good to see some OGs out here. And also shout out to everybody who's wet for Edge. We'll also be heading over to the Discord in just a few minutes to check out what the Discord is saying. We might have some people on there that want to talk about Monday Night Raw tonight. I got home from work a little while ago, a little bit jacked up. Still got my sexy douchebag shirt on. I look like a used car salesman in this blue shirt, which kind of makes me laugh, to be honest. And so I kind of like it. Kind of like looking like I look like a golfing boat salesman. You know what I mean? Like a golfing, but whatever that is. Look like a golfing boat salesman. And tonight we're going to see if anybody was going to take home that JCS Digital Championship as well. Plus, we got our king of the wheel, Red Jester 88 is here. Robbie Hyde with the check mark is here. So don't forget the king of Monetize This is here as well. Red Jester 88. Good to have the king himself here. He is absolutely in beast mode. Is Red Jester. We'll have his crown up here in just a second. And then we'll get into, kind of breaking down all of Monday Night Raw and whatever we thought about everything here. Which is a lot, There's a lot to... There's kind of a lot, but I mean, it's... I don't know, bro. It was just a straight up... See, that's the thing is, it's a 3-hour show, so it feels like a lot, but there's really not a lot to say about it because there isn't a lot of inventive stuff, going on here. There's a lot of just continuation, get to the pay-per-view, run-of-the-mill stuff. I mean, unfortunately, the AJ Styles match, it's like, well, AJ's going to lose, they're going to cheat, and that's everything that happens. So it's like this big, long, awesome match for just to be like, oh, yes, of course, he loses, they cheat. Saw that coming. That was pretty friggin' obvious because AJ Styles doesn't want to be the champion. Got Luke Rojas, who's going to be joining me on Discord. He wrote notes for the show tonight. That's good. So shout out to Luke Rojas. We'll be getting over there to Discord in just a second. Everybody in the chat, how you doing? Get wet. If you like... get weird. The Bianca Belair match was actually somewhat all right. But man, Raw opened cringe. I thought the women were cringe to start the game. Like, they were so cringy to start the game. Bianca's, I don't know why, but Bianca Belair, I love her, but man, she was enraging to listen to. Like, everything she says is like the same thing. So let's run it back, and then we'll do this thing, and I say the same thing all the time. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know why, but Bianca Belair is just, I don't know, her promos are annoying the hell out of me recently. It's like the same sort of like crap. I don't know how to explain it, man. It just drives me nuts the way she speaks. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's what she says, though. It's not the way she speaks. It's the way, what she says. It's just like Rey Mysterio, how Rey Mysterio, like, I don't really believe Rey Mysterio anymore. I don't know why. Like, I used to believe him. Now it just sounds like he's running through the script. He's just like, man, I know that's not my son, Dominic. I know that my real son is in there. He just, like, I don't know. Like, it's like he's good. He's a legend, and he's a professional. He's, like, one of the best. No doubt about it, but it's like the guy is just kind of like reading these, like, just cheesy notes, like it's like a bad porno. It's like I'm watching a porno acting, but like it's WWE, bro. He's like, man, my son Dominic, I know that's not him in there, man. I know I can feel that he's there, but it's not to him. Like, it's like he doesn't quite have like he's just so, I don't know, it's like the video game. That's what it sounds like to me. Oh, okay. Dave, sorry, I just got what you said. I didn't understand it. We're going to go to the Discord in a second. We're going to hear from everybody. Being honest, I don't care about any of this shit, says Willie Belcher. Okay, click the like button. We're almost at 100 likes, man. We'll get there eventually. Dude, let me tell you something. God, I need to work out, bro. I need to work out. Holy shit, bro. I am turning into a flagellin or whatever. Look at this. I look ridiculous right now. It's like we're losing. Got to work out. There you go, Todd. I haven't been working out really in a couple of years. So it's time to do. I look like a, you know what I mean? I can't believe I'm 38. That's crazy. All right, we'll go to the chat in a second. What's up, Bob? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Do a little basketball dance off
Pisharo's donating.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers.
What up, Pisharo? How you doing?
I'll be honest. I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins are
Here we
number
go.
1. Joe, is there anything else the Dolphins need to prove to you?
Yes.
We beat the Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
We are 3-0 now. What do you think of the Miami Dolphins now? Also, haha, the Patriots lost.
Okay, let me tell you why I don't quite. I'll give it to you, man. The Dolphins beat the Bills. That's pretty big. That was pretty crazy. But here's why I'm not crazy. The Miami Dolphins also beat the New England Patriots. 75% of the times the Patriots won the Super Bowl. So like 75% of the years that the Patriots went to the Super Bowl, not even won, forget won the Super Bowl, went to the Super Bowl. So all the 9 times the Patriots went to the Super Bowl with Tom Brady during the last 22 years, the Dolphins beat us during the regular season. Okay? So that's why I am telling you I'm not like, oh my God, the Dolphins, you know. But again, I did think the Dolphins were second behind the Bills. I still think the Bills are going to go further than the Dolphins. 100%. I still think the Bills are going to go further than the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are a tough matchup, and I think if the Bills and Dolphins play later in the season, I think the Bills are going to beat them the next time around, all right? But I will give it to you. The Dolphins are really good right now, and their defense has proven that they can beat the Bills, which is huge. I mean, the Dolphins' defense right now looks nuts, okay? So just saying, I'll give it to you, man. The Dolphins look good. But I hate you, Dolphins. I hate you, Florida Dolphins, pieces of shit. Being a Patriots fan, I hate you. I hate your guts. And the Bills have never won a Super Bowl, and despite the Buffalo Bills fans being scumbags to me over the years, just being pricks, like, you're going to lose, you suck, you cheat, you scum, whatever, like, I still respect the Bills a lot better. I do. I respect the Bills better. But we hate you all over here in New England, but that's okay. But the Bills and Dolphins do both look good, so they'll be there. Bills and Dolphins, I think, will be there in the very, very end. They may even fucking play each other, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, we got to get back to wrestling. I had the Patriots losing to the Ravens. Technically, although I picked the Patriots, I was like, I think the Patriots are going to win. I picked the Patriots as a homer, but in my betting, in my sports betting, I picked the Ravens, so it doesn't. And then, you know what's funny? I was sitting there watching the football game the other day, and I was looking at Mac Jones, and I swear to God to you, I said this. And I was like, you know what? I am so angry. I said this to my friend. I said, dude, I'm so angry. I'm going to call Sports Talk Radio, and I'm going to tell them not only, like, based on what I'm watching right now, Mac Jones is going to get injured. At some point in the season, he's going to get injured, and he's going to be out for the season. Because the way he's overexerting and trying to do too much because they can't win and they can't figure it out, despite doing okay sometimes, like in doing a good job, but then kind of falling apart at the very end or whatever. I think Mac Jones is going to get fucking hurt, man. In the next game or coming up in the next couple of weeks, this guy's going to get hurt. I said it to my friend. We're talking on the phone as we're watching the games, and I go, I'm going to call the Sports Talk Radio. I'm going to flip out on this game today, and then I'm going to flip out that they're going to get Mac Jones hurt. And then he gets fucking hurt. The next fucking play, he gets fucking hurt. Oh, God, it was so funny, bro. I was dying. I was like, oh, like, there it is. Oh, my God, but it was funny. Oh, man. Basharo, congrats to your Dolphins. Drew Bar earlier donated $2, and Drew Bar said purple penis, whatever that means. So, Drew Bar, let me go ahead and put your name up here because that's the top donation of the stream. And bear with me a second. We're going to get to the wrestling again, start from the beginning. I just didn't like the women at the beginning. I don't know. They irritated me on the mic. I don't know why. But the match with Bianca was all right afterwards. I mean, that wasn't so bad. It drove me nuts, but before that, but I don't know. It was an okay match, you know. Just didn't like that opening portion there, you know. It was kind of weird. But we got Luke Rojas, who allegedly took notes. Dan Kennedy did as well, apparently. Mustafa might not have. I don't know. He was at some wrestling
Yeah, I
thing.
took notes.
Dan Kennedy took notes. Yo, what up, Dan?
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Get wet, brother. Hey, listen, that opening, now maybe Rojas is, I would hope, would be hard on this opening, but...
Yes, it was bad. Let me talk about this real quick. Bailey's promo was repetitive as fuck because she kept saying
usual.
like she had like an idea of a good promo, sort of similar to Hangman's, where like she would bring in like, you were handpicked, chosen to be the one. Well, I had to fight, and I watched this since I was a kid. And it's like, okay, I can kind of see where you're going with this, but then the next point was basically the same point that she just made. She didn't go into context. She didn't go into further detail. She was just repeating the same thing that she just said.
The execution is just way off.
Yes, exactly. And awkward. And of course, Bailey sucks because she's just like, hello, stupid ding dong, blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck you. Fuck you, Bailey.
By the way.
Even Bianca. Don't you think Bianca was very similar too? Oh, yeah. Like everything they all said.
Bianca keeps fucking repeating herself. It's fucking annoying.
She always says things like,
why is she a top person? What's entertaining about her?
Every promo Bianca cuts is like, I'm back, I'm doing it better than ever, and I am like,
dude, she said the same thing. She was like, I did it better than ever, let's run it back, let's do that. It's the same thing she says every time.
The only difference between them and Bailey is that at least Bianca has sass and attitude in the promo. At least that keeps me awake. Other than that,
emotion,
same concept. Doesn't go anywhere.
I find them all annoying. Bailey, Bianca. Now, I didn't used to think Bianca was annoying, but now I do. She's good in the ring. By the way, why is she there? You asked a minute ago. She's pretty good in the ring, fairly likable. You know, can talk, but what she's saying sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I think she was better when she was going against Becky. Like even her promos were better when Vince was still booking stuff, you know? Now it's like, it feels like she has no idea what she's doing, so she's just like catchphrase or key phrase here, key phrase there, the best at everything, like that.
Like Charlotte, like robotic.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird. Maybe she does better reading off of
It is a bit like that. It is a bit like Charlotte, but different. Like Charlotte sounded like an actual robot delivering the promo. Whereas Bianca does have that sass, like you said. The problem is again what she's saying is like we've heard this already. Oh, baby, scissor me, daddy.
They call me daddy.
Oh, scissor me. Oh, look who it is! It's Robert Frank 615, one of the most badass YouTubers in the world.
I know the White Rabbit is most likely Bray, but what if it's teasing the return of Aleister Black? He kinda looks like a rabbit.
That's true. That bastard does look like a rabbit. I mean, Robert Frank 615, man. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, speaking of that,
wait a minute. Let me answer. Let's get into
the QR code.
Let's get into what he just talked about. But you're right. I did not scan the QR code. What happened? Did anybody know?
I didn't. I couldn't can it. I was taking notes on what was happening in the show.
Let me tell you something. Robert Frank is a goddamn friggin' beast, and if you're not watching his YouTube channel, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Flawless goal.
Let's just look at Robert real quick. Like, let's
This
just.
chick hit me up saying that she was desperate as fuck, and I was the only man that could help her with her situation. Usually, a DM like this comes with a nude, a phone number, and a time to meet, but this one was different. She said her man is obsessed with Fortnite, and it's ruining their relationship. He stays up till 6 a.m. every morning and hasn't been to the gym in weeks. He's losing his gains, and she's losing interest, and wants me to motivate his ass to get back in the gym. My first response was, what in the fuck is a Fortnite? And after a quick Google search, I found out it's a goddamn video game. A fucking video game. You're gonna lose your gains and your girl over a fucking game? That's some little beta bitch boy shit. OMG, Battle Royale. Shut the fuck up. Why'd you put the controller down and hit the gym like a real fucking man? And maybe your girl wouldn't be sliding my DM. See, me and my bros, we don't play games. We make gains. And the only...
Dude, I don't know why. People that can talk like Robert Frank, by the way, should be in the WWE
Jersey
immediately.
boy.
Because here's the fact of the matter, Robert Frank. You can scream all you want and make fun of video games all you want, Robert Frank. But the fact of the matter is, bro, all I gotta do is act like a pathetic beta. Robert Frank, I'll act like a pathetic beta. And I'll come down to wherever you live, probably in Florida or some douchey place. And I'll come on there and I'll be like, Robert, please help me. Here's like $1,000, man. My girl won't fuck me anymore. Please train me and yell at me and get me into shape. And you'll be like, yeah, I can do that for you. And then you'll be working out. I'll be working out. I'll be like, dude, check out this energy drink I got right here. You never tested anything like this. I don't know, man. It gives me a warm buzz and everything. Here, try this. And then I'll give it to you, Robert Frank. But actually, it's got a fucking pill in it that I slipped in there, and it's a roofie, and then you're going to pass out. I'm going to teabag you, and I'm going to clip the video. I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to go viral. Joe Cronin teabags Robert Frank at the gym. Boom. Huh? Let's do that. Make that happen. Scissor me, Robert. Yeah. Ah! All right. Anyway, I love that guy's videos. So it's pretty ballsy when he pops up in your chat and you're like, oh, I love that guy anyway. But okay, so we've only been into the women's match, but
yeah,
the match was all right.
Well, yeah, the match was good. I have something like I just noticed something weird. First, there was a bad timing on the first commercial break. Like after that awful promo segment, the second the match starts, the commercial break starts.
It's near up.
I noticed there was a lot of commercials this show.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it's weird because it happened the match basically started the same in the next match where like someone hit a drop kick and then it was right to commercial break. Like it's weird that they did that same opening to a match like 2 times in a row.
Well, it's not that different because last week they did the same ending to every match 4 times. So, like what's do you know what I mean?
And also Bianca is a face, but for no reason after damage control didn't get in the way, she for no reason like attacks them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like as a face, shouldn't you be like the guy, like aren't you supposed to not be attacking people like for unwarranted reasons? Like, I don't know. I just found that weird.
They've done that a lot. It's like
sorry.
No, it's like in AEW where last week when Orange Cassidy attacked him just because he challenged people. It was, I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, you're right. It's another one of those gray areas. The face kind of gets away with it, but why are you making the face do that? No, it's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Anyway, the match was all right. I think it was a little bit too long. It was whatever. And then the next match was Seth versus Rey Mysterio, and Rey had a pretty decent promo leading into this, in my opinion. I kind of like that we just aren't forgetting about the whole freaking 19-month feud that him and fucking Seth had. They're actually being, and like I'm liking that Rey's just like, hey, listen, I'm pretty pissed off what's going on with my son. I can't take it out on him because I love him, but you know what? I'm not showing mercy to Seth. Like, that's kind of cool. It's a nice way to build a little bit of intrigue to a match that was just kind of thrown together.
Right.
I agree, but at some point, Ray's going to need to knock some sense into his kid, right?
Well, yeah, that's going to lead up to it eventually. Maybe whenever they do a Hell in a Cell match, they should do that.
Oh, my God. Imagine he throws his own son. No, I think I think
no. It should be a belt strap match. That way, Ray can give Dominic the belt.
Now, there's two different things that are going to happen. Which one is it? There's two different things. There's one, the Judgment Day is going to turn on Dominic at some point, and Ray will show up to save his own son from them somehow. Or there's two, they're going to go with the Darth Vader episode 6 ending, where, Judgment Day has Ray, and they're going to, just fucking murder him or something like that, and then Dominic has to turn back to support his dad to save him. So they're going to go with either the Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader ending, or they're going to go with the Stephanie McMahon, Undertaker, Stone Cold saves the day ending. One of those two things I think are going to happen.
I honestly don't want that. I want Dominic to remain a heel and to remain in the Judgment Day, because
maybe even take his dad out for months so Ray can go on a vacation and he can.
That's most likely what's going to happen, because he looks fucking badass in the group. Him just coming down the ring during the Ray and Seth match, I was like, damn.
Well, what I'm saying could still happen. It just might not happen for 6 months or 4 months or.
I mean, I wouldn't even be a fan of it if it I don't know. I would prefer they keep Dominic as a heel, because I don't like him as a face.
Right, and you want him to stay a heel for a year or something in this group?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Whatever they're planning. I mean, maybe eventually he betrays the group, and damn, Dominic really is just a piece of shit. And even Rhea's surprised that maybe he and Rhea do their own thing and kind of disband from the group.
Right. Okay.
Or maybe he even betrays Rhea and she's all like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, you know what I love about the poll so far? I know that we've only got 61 votes so far, but, in the past, Raw review polls have usually been 70% negative or more, 80% negative. And there's rarely been times where it's been all positive. But tonight, it's such a weird sort of, I think, a show for many people that, look at it. It's all over. It's you got some people who thought it was awesome, some people thought it was terrible, and then almost an even amount of people thought it was good or blah. So to me, it was a middle-of-the-road show, and that falls in line with my rating, which, I think my rating is around a 5 out of 10 for Monday Night Raw tonight, and so I'm pretty confident in that's pretty on the par with what people are saying. I'm on the lower end of probably the blah side of things, but
5.25. I know it's such a specific fucking rating,
eat my ass. Are you serious?
I just feel whatever you're feeling, I feel a little bit more positive than you.
Why don't you just go 5.5?
Well, I'm doing 4.9.
Dan's doing a 49ers because he likes the 49ers.
I'm doing 3.72.
Oh.
Isn't it ironic how a lot of these Raw shows are 4.5s, 5s? Since the Triple H era sort of kind of began, it started off kind of okay, and now we're just in this territory now.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, it's just it's a slight improvement. It's almost like watching it's still the same Raw it was almost when Vince took over, but with a slight tampering. It's been tweaked a little bit to be better than what it was, but you're still basically looking at the overall. It's the same cookie cutter design that they had, but it's been tweaked a little bit, so it's slightly better. There's no doubt that it's a little bit better. It's just not a lot better. It's gone from a 2, 3, or 4 to a 4, 5, or 6 maybe, and I'm more towards the 4 or 5 side of that thing. But I'm still. It's I'm looking for a 6, 7, and 8, which is what I kind of give AEW. It's I want those scores.
I've been giving Raw a lot of 5s lately, and SmackDown has been a lot better because it's fucking
shorter.
Where the championship, it's where actual
and it's where Roman is.
Happens. Yeah. So I'd say if Raw to me is usually a 5 out of 10 or maybe a 4.5, SmackDown is a 5.5 to 6 out of 10 most of the time.
Yeah, and if you fix the commentary, because the commentary tonight again. robotic.
Fuck Corey Graves.
Just fucking
Fuck Byron Saxton.
Awful.
I thought you were going to say Byron Saxton.
I hate them
Fire
all.
all of them and hire Joe Cronin.
They all got to go because Corey is like pretty good a little bit, but then he's weird. And then Byron is like every once in a while Byron says something that is kind of funny, but most of the time he's just cringe. And then you got Jimmy whatever, the Joe Rogan ripoff guy. That guy,
like this commentary belongs on Nick Jr. That's how childish.
Yeah, the commentary team is like Nickelodeon. You know, that's what it reminds me of. I was trying to figure out what it reminds me of. It sounds like guys calling a Nickelodeon show. Like, oh, he got slimed.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like Jimmy sounds like that. Oh, he got slimed. And then Corey Graves like, are you really going to say that? And then Byron's like, what? He did. Look at it. He's covered in green slime. Oh, well, guys, he's covered in slime. Like, it's the worst.
On my notes, I have two, on my last two notes, it's Corey Graves is a wannabe Jerry the King Lawler, and Byron Saxton, shut the fuck up. Remember when he was like, Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens actually met each other years ago, and they share a love over pandas.
Do you remember the first Raw? Do you remember the first Raw of the pandemic when Austin came out and he's trying to do like his whole entire shtick and people are trying to do the what?
Mustafa's calling from the fucking boiler room, bro.
Dude, I'm here, bro.
I know. I just had to comment on that echo, like in what sounds like you're in the boiler.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm in the freaking train station. New Jersey Transit sucks, by the way.
I believe that.
Hey, don't talk to us about sucky train, Mustafa.
Oh my god.
Well, I know it sucks even worse up in Boston, but that's here.
Yeah, we're screwed, dude. We're done now. Do you understand what's going on up here? That like all the trains are breaking down, everything's falling apart. They shut.
You got some old ass freaking technology.
They shut down the orange line. The red line hit somebody the other day and caught fire.
That's because you're not in West Orange like me, bro.
They shut down half the green line.
Dude, our whole system is fucked. It's because Mayor Wu wants everybody to ride bicycles. It's insane.
Well, at least you don't have that. At least you don't have what's his name, Benino. Fucking
Menino, yeah. Well, he's dead. He's dead. So no, I like Menino. But Mustafa, while you're
actually good.
Mustafa, can you do this? Oh, he cuts out, of course, so we can't hear the echo. But
damn,
is that the Halo theme song?
That's what I think he just did. I thought he would do the religious thing.
You can't do it.
No. Oh.
Scissor me, daddy, oh, scissor me.
Oh, Ariel's black, not white anymore.
Get over it, you whore.
If you're a redhead, we're gonna change your gender.
Fella.
How come they erased the only
long stocking's gonna be a boy?
Why'd they erase the only redhead in Disney? Why'd they do that?
Brave?
Bunch of bullshit. No, that's something different.
Imagine that, imagine though, Joe, because your kids have red hair. Right. Imagine they're just like, hey, listen, we gotta swap your kids out of this school because we have 2 black children that need education.
Well, soon they'll be killing redheads. I don't know why. You think redheads are targeted as like the worst white people, which is weird because the redheads actually.
It should be the blonde ones.
It should be the blonde ones.
I was gonna say the bald. No, the bald ones. The bald ones.
I'm going bald. What is that? I didn't do anything. I'm just going bald.
I said blonde. Get rid of the blondes.
Well, no, you know what? Louis C.K. Even though he's Hispanic, he has red hair, and fuck that. He really ruined it.
And he's bald.
Years ago.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man, but my kids want to see their red hair somewhere. My redheaded kids want to see themselves represented, and now all their things are taken away. Anyway, what's the next?
Red hair.
Let's move on with the
next
show.
Part of the Raw.
The Rey Mysterio and Seth match happened. I thought it was okay.
Before the Rey Mysterio Seth Rollins match happened, the Miz was talking to his wannabe security force, the Miz Force, as he called it.
I just want to say that was so ridiculous that I found it funny. Like, I did laugh at that because it was so dumb.
And then he sent them after Dexter Loomis.
I thought that was fine. Like, there's sometimes where you look at see, even that was Nickelodeon like. Don't you know what I mean? Like, that was right. Whoa, that was right out of a cartoon. But you know what? I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny, and it was cheesy and for kids, kind of. But I'll give that. That was one of the funnier things, I guess, of the whole night. And it's still, but it's stupid, right? It's like that's one of the best.
Stupid funny.
But that's one of the best things that happened all night, and it was like retarded. Like, I mean, like,
I wouldn't say it was one of the best things, but I did enjoy it.
But what was what was better than that, really?
Well, I thought even though the AJ and Sammy match was pretty much pointless, I still enjoyed it a lot.
Well, that was one of the best matches.
I also liked Edge returning.
I would say, I guess Edge returning is one.
Did you feel like that was too quick, though?
Yeah, see, he's already back. Yeah.
Because I saw photos of that. People were sending me that stuff, and I was just like, really? That fast? It's only been 2 weeks.
Well, so... I mean, I was gonna start getting into predictions for what people
They were in Canada
people
this
think.
time, right?
Yeah. That's probably why they pulled the trigger now. But
Yeah, they were in Canada, so he was healed through the power of Canada.
And they're building the match for Extreme Rules. There you go.
Yeah.
AKA
By the way,
free healthcare.
By the way, none of the stipulations at Extreme Rules fit any of the feuds. Like, for example,
Wait a minute. No, the Matt Riddle one does.
Not really. Like, this should have just been a street fight or an Extreme Rules match.
You don't like a Lions Den match?
No, I don't. I think all of them at NXT were like boring.
It's a match because Riddle was an MMA guy. That's the only reason why.
I just don't like it. You know what they should have done? If they were going to do a cage match, they should have done a Hell in a Cell instead of doing a stupid Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
No, you know what they should have done was he's facing what? Seth Rollins, right? Is that who Riddle's facing?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what they should have done is Seth should have said, I'll beat you in a ring. I'll beat you in the building in a Falls Count Anywhere match. I'd beat you if we were in your little MMA world. I would beat you in the octagon, that sort of thing. And then
do like best of 2 out of 3 or 3 stages of hell or whatever the hell you want to call it.
But the point is,
stages of hell.
The point is that he brings up it doesn't matter whether it's in a ring or at your at the bus stop or in your little MMA world or whatever. I'd beat you anywhere type of thing. And then Riddle could have been like, all right, well, then beat me in a fight me in a cage, and then it would have made sense. Like, otherwise, it's just like Matt Riddle just randomly yelled it out like, fight pit match. Right. It was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Another thing I have noted is that they replayed that awful backstage fight from last week. And I think Fight Pit is just a dumb match gimmick. And I just don't think it's an appropriate gimmick for the match. This should have been a street fight. Or at the very least, a steel cage match. I think and I just don't think the I Quit match fits the Finn Balor and Edge feud. I mean, I really thought Edge was going to say Hell in a Cell or something. Because it's like, what advantage do you get in an I Quit match when you have to worry about the entire Judgment Day? If you said Hell in a Cell, okay, well now it evens the playing field or something like that.
In theory, it keeps everybody from entering, right? But then, of course, unfortunately, the gimmick of Hell in a Cell, in a lot of ways, is dumbed down because the idea of you can get bulk cutters or you can do this or you can do that just to get in. So the expectation is not as high as it once was, maybe 10, 12 years ago.
I would have said lumberjack match. That way there's a whole bunch of people that could fuck around. But
fuck lumberjack matches. There was only one good one, and it was in SummerSlam with Dean Ambrose and Seth.
I want you in a lumberjack match, but all the lumberjacks are homeless people, and they have Singapore canes, and every time they hit one of us with a Singapore cane, they get paid $500. Like, oh my God, dude, now that's a fucking idea. And then you really hire homeless people. No, but that'd be a fun match. But what I do appreciate is that they're doing different matches for Extreme Rules, even if they're just throwing shit out there, because there's going to be a ladder match. There's going to be this, there's going to be that. So there's going to be a bunch of crazy shit going on at Extreme Rules. So that I can appreciate, at least.
And the strap match doesn't fit, in my opinion, doesn't fit the Karrion Kross or Drew McIntyre feud. I feel like that should just be like, that should be the Extreme Rules match too. You know what I mean? Or a false count anywhere or something.
It would have made more sense if they were spinning a wheel for everybody's match live on Raw to find out what it would be. And this is the stuff it landed on. Then it would be like, okay, it makes sense. It was random.
I miss those Vegas roulette fucking episodes, bro.
Oh, yeah. 2012?
2011 Raw, bro. The almost completely unwatchable phase of Raw.
Really? Dude, I was fucking watching that show all the time in 11.
Fucking 2010 to mid 2011 Raw is fucking atrocious. I grew up on that shit, and I know it was bad.
We're sorry for your lost years, pal.
It's not as bad as the last 2 years, I'll tell you that.
You raised a piece of shit. It was worse.
Mac Jones got fucking hurt.
Mac Jones did get hurt, yes. I think he's going to be, he has a high ankle sprain, but I think he'll be out 2 to 4 weeks. It's a bad one. It's a bad high ankle sprain. I'll say 2 to 4 weeks, but he could have a cortisone shot.
We make it a wild card this year, Joe.
Oh, get out of here! We ain't making no wild card. This is not going to be good.
Well, I mean, going into Extreme Rules, the fact that most of these matches are barely extreme. I mean, I get the idea that, like, again, we're trying to do some new things, but the thing is, though, again, if there's no blood on this show, or if there's no this or there's no that, honestly, the whole gimmick is pointless at this point.
I mean, it's better than having a bunch of normal matches where nothing fucking happens.
Yes, I mean, that's the thing is, like, I appreciate let's see what happens. I'm gonna rank it later, and to be honest, dude, if you go back and watch the last 3 years Extreme Rules, they've been
longer than that.
Well, I know, but especially the last 3 years to me, trash, like trash, bro. Like, so this is the first year where, well, not number one. I think the last couple of years there's been like 2 stipulations the whole pay-per-view, so it was worthless. So this year, I mean, at least there's a stipulation in every match, even if they don't make sense, at least he's trying to do something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Extreme Rules. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm fucking sorry.
Oh, my God. Come on, man.
God.
You're a
where are we on the show? Okay, did we talk about the Seth Rollins promo?
Yeah, I thought his promo
was long as hell. How long was that, dude? It was like 10 minutes?
Yeah, and again, just like Bailey, he has this thing where he rambles on and on and on, and it feels like he's just saying the same stuff, and you just don't care. It's like, I really will show him, because I'll show him, and then when I show him, I'll show the whole world him.
She's never had a character like this ever, and
I'll show him, John.
Even before she had this character, her character was at least decent enough to where she wasn't like talking like a freaking gnome. You know what I mean? It just never.
Who are you talking about?
Bailey.
Oh no, I'm saying
Seth Rollins.
Oh, Seth.
Bailey.
Okay,
I feel the same way, but like Seth is the same to me, where it's like he cuts this 10-minute promo where he just is saying repetitive shit over and over again. Yeah, I don't like this character. Dude, I know people are like, "Oh, he's so goofy," but I don't like it.
I don't know what they were doing tonight with that. I mean, he was fine, but it was like a regular Seth Rollins promo, but it went on for longer than usual. I don't know. It was very bizarre.
Look, I would just say something, okay? If I were WWE, I would don't interrupt me, dude. If I were WWE, I would fucking drop Seth Rollins. He draws nothing. He's nothing. He brings nothing to the table.
Well, I don't agree with that, but
I don't agree with that at all.
He draws a lot, and if he went to AEW, it'd be a big.
No, not even. If he wasn't a draw, people wouldn't be singing his theme every single time he comes out,
or buying his merchandise.
Yeah, I mean, he is some kind of a draw. I mean, he's as maybe like he's lower than Shawn Michaels was as WWE champion, but he's still a draw.
Somebody values him. Why do you think they put him against pretty much every like returning star or like
guy,
new debut? Yeah.
He's easy fodder. He's easy fodder. That's why.
He's not fodder. He serves the sort of, in a way, Triple H function in the Attitude Era, where it's like maybe he's not the top guy, but he still serves a purpose, and he's still in that like top tier,
Well, remember, even
position.
during the pandemic, even during 2020, he was like one of the main storylines of that entire year with the the Mysterio family and the whole eye gimmick and stuff. So he really kept the ship afloat, despite the fact not being at the top of the card.
Well, of course, because that's the way they're going to book him.
I mean, again, I loved him even before.
Well, then why would they cut him if they're booking him like that? That's the thing.
If I were WWE, okay, not hypothetically speaking, but dude, I just never liked the guy ever since the beginning. So
I like him in the ring. I think his promos. I like him when he's serious. When he did the serious, I think he was better in his heel role from like 2014 to 2015.
Yeah, when he was part of the Authority, huh?
Well, yeah, or even when he just broke up with the Shield, and that's
pussy Seth Rollins.
Or even when he was in the Shield, he was good. I just don't like the Joker gimmick because it's like, I don't know, it just feels like, oh, he's so wacky. And why does people get mad at Becky when she did that shit, but not Seth? Because it's just as cringe.
Because she was not as good on the mic, on the promo.
His fucking promos are fucking meandering.
Yeah, but he can meander. Like, it's weird. He can confidently meander.
He has the ability to do it. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Becky Becky irritated me, but I don't know. That's just me.
Just because he makes a funny sound like, and I was going down to the ring, and
Triple H copycat all over again.
He's an over the top like cartoon villain, and I've said this before. He comes across as it's the opposite. It's like Roman. Roman comes across as the top serious heel of the company. Seth Rollins comes across as the mid-card heel of the company, like in a cartoony way. So
like the 2001-2000 Jericho, top of the mid card, but again, he just didn't have that way to get through.
Like bro, Shredder in the first Ninja Turtles and in the second Ninja Turtles movies from the 90s. That Shredder is more menacing than Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins comes across as like the sidekick who's funny. Like, yeah, boss, I'm gonna find him, and when I do, like, it's not real. But like Roman Reigns is dead serious. So like, yeah, if you don't like, so Seth Rollins doesn't come across as the Shredder in the first two Ninja Turtle movies. He comes across as like the Shredder in the cartoon from the 90s. Oh, blast the turtles! I almost had them. Do you see what? Like, it's like he comes across as a cartoon.
What are you doing?
Yeah, like, curse these turtles, I'm gonna rearrange their shells. Like, he comes across like that, not like the dark Shredder in the movies who's like, Hamato Yoshi, you, like that. Roman Reigns comes across like that. So there's a difference.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just I'm not personally a fan of the cartoonish bad guy unless it's like a low card, comedy act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bottom of the card.
It's a bit of a comedy, but he does come across as like the cartoon Riddler or something. It's very.
You donated $50. I'm gonna take my dick out because you donated $50. You donated $50, motherfucker, boy. I'm a rich motherfucker.
The ghost.
What's up, Joey?
Yo.
I don't think people cared about the Candice LeRae re-debut. And I don't think she'll do anything for the women's division, Nemo.
Well, listen, she's going to be a good wrestler. She does have good on-camera stuff that she does. So I'm actually fine. I think she's going to be good. I mean, she's good in the ring. So that's all that matters. She's good in the ring, and she's pretty good in interviews and behind the camera. So actually, I think she's fine. I just don't think a lot of those people know who she is. That's the problem.
Exactly.
So that's all.
And it's like weird that they introduced her the same way they introduced Johnny, where it's like they didn't make an announcement, they just played her song, and it's like her song's not memorable enough for anybody to immediately recognize it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then when she came out, they were just like, "Oh, yeah.
someone's coming out." And
then the match was 2 seconds.
I don't hold that against her either. It's not on her. It's just that, Triple H is debuting his people that he knows are great and thinks are great and NXT thought was great, and he's hoping the 30% of the crowd that loved them is loud enough to get everybody else to maybe think, "Oh, I should pay attention to this person."
Well, people are starting to. I wonder what the reception is of stars like Ciampa, for example, because he had that really, really good match with Bobby Lashley, and those triple threat matches were pretty good in like the first few weeks of Triple H's Raw. So I'm wondering if he's starting to get a little bit more reception from the casual audience.
Well, I think that people are now used to Ciampa. The casuals are used to Ciampa as this kind of bodyguard-like guy, and meanwhile the smarks are all like, "I know what he's capable of. I'm happy for him," and that's it. So there's nothing overly exciting or anything about him right now. He's just a muscle person, and that's it.
They've been very strategic with the locations where they're at, because when Johnny Gargano comes out now, every arena has been some really smart crowd. So they're freaking out when Johnny Gargano comes out. So that kind of tells the casuals who are watching at home or in the audience, whoa, I guess we should cheer for this guy. He seems to be getting this big reception.
Well, what I'm hoping too is around Royal Rumble, potentially one of those guys eliminates the other guy, and we get a WrestleMania match with Gargano and Ciampa, and they get to do that program that they've done with each other for so many years. I know terms. I know industry terms.
They get to do the program.
They can do. They can do the thing. They can do that match that we've seen in NXT. They can have that rivalry, and do it. Now, in the past, it's been not done the best at times. Like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have tried several different times to do their rivalry thing, and some of them have been really good, but it never quite lives up to what it could have been for some reason to me. Although they did have one match that was, they're always good, but it's you're waiting for that WrestleMania memorable match. One of my and you asked me about WrestleMania matches, maybe there's another one that's better and I'm forgetting it. But man, I'll never forget the WrestleMania where there was no crowd and Kevin Owens scaled that fucking surfboard Titantron.
That was good.
That was good. That's one
that
of
was
the.
A good Mania.
It's weird for no crowd. There was a lot of decent things done there, and it's too bad, man. That would have been.
That's the Mania where most faces win, and then when they go back to crowds, it's nothing but heel dominates and wins every match.
Imagine the crowd got to see that. The Charlotte opening match was good, and then what Kevin Owens did with Rollins, and then. Drew McIntyre winning the belt at the end. There would have been this whole thing. Anyway, whatever, getting off track, but
that's why I was sorry.
I was gonna say, do we know what was in that QR code that flashed up on the screen real quick?
I saw it, so unless someone has a better way of describing it, I'll tell you right now. So we see in the QR code allegedly a white bunny rabbit, The Rock, Randy Orton, Papa Shango. We see the Road Dogg, a bunny, Kurt Angle. And then it says, "You did who did this? You did. You feed your head." Then we say Al Snow head, Cody Rhodes, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then the White Rabbit. And it might have said something else that I missed. It said White Rabbit flashes, says who killed the world, which we've heard that before. Then it's you did, and it's just a bunch of random sort of stuff. At one point, we see a space. We see a Doink the Clown, it looks like. We see an astronaut in space.
Apparently, Aleister Black was on there, and other wrestlers that aren't important anymore.
Okay, so I didn't catch that. The Rock, Road Dogg, Bunny. I gotta pause it through all the things. I saw RVD, Edge,
very interesting.
Undertaker, Cody Rhodes. The Cody Rhodes is the last one.
I seen all older wrestlers, Attitude Era guys mainly.
Wait, did you get something different?
No, I just seen it was on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
This is a really interesting way to bring back Bray because it's obviously Bray, and not Karrion Kross because that'd be so fucking stupid.
Yeah, they know. And by the way, even if it were to be him, now he may be part of Bray's faction, but if it were him, by now Triple H knows don't do that because that would get destroyed. Now, Sith Negan hit me up the other day and said that he had heard that basically the puppets are all going to come to life, and members of the group are going to assume the puppets or something. It was, I don't know, something like that. I don't remember 100%, but something where like, Karrion Kross was somebody and the other one was the other one and somebody was somebody else and Alexa Bliss was one of them and Nikki Cross or something. Like, I don't know. So like there's a whole rumor that all these people, and that's what also, what's his face in the back? What's his name? Who attacking the Miz?
Dexter.
Yeah, so Dexter Loomis is one of them. And
Braun, Alexa, and Karrion Kross, right?
Yeah, so like it would be this whole thing. I like the idea of Dexter Loomis being a part of it. That explains why he's doing what he's doing and why all this weird stuff. But I don't know. But by now, I mean Triple H and them, they know that if it's not him, it better be somebody good. But then again,
yeah, it's a nice way to reintroduce Bray. I don't think that they should bring him back as the Fiend or as the TV show host guy. I really think they should just gimmick restart. Don't even do the swamp guy gimmick because all he did back then was the darkness and the lies would come from the swamp and then the swamp gas and us. Go on down.
Wells, man.
What if he comes back and
man.
What if he comes back and the White Rabbit is Road Dogg with red eyes on a chain and a leash, and so Road Dogg comes down to the ring, painted in all white with red eyes with rabbit ears on a collar and chain. I don't. Please,
Joe Dog.
Please, Bray, let me go back on my podcast. I just started it.
You know what they should do? They should have Bray Wyatt come back as because he's already had two crazy characters. Since the Jeffrey Dahmer show's out, have him come out as like a weirdo serial killer who's like, I like to play with the bodies.
All right, I have exactly what Sith Negan, our Lord, the enemy designed. Sith Negan has sent the all-time donator on this show over $27,000 and more, $100 a month on Patreon, and so much more. The enemy design, Sith Negan. The latest rumor on Bray Wyatt, the White Rabbit, is that this could all lead to the formation of the new Wyatt family group called Wyatt 6, based off the Firefly Funhouse puppets, WWE's version of the comic book villain group, the Sinister Six. The speculated members are Bray Wyatt, Karrion Kross, the White Rabbit, Rambling Rabbit, Scarlet Boudreaux, Abby the Witch, Dexter Loomis, Mercy the Buzzard, Alexa Bliss, Sister Abigail, and Bo Dallas, Bray's real-life brother, of course. A new puppet creation would go to the Black Crow. Again, take all this with a grain of salt because none of this is set in stone and may never happen. But that's the...
Interesting.
I would love Bo Dallas to come back and be affiliated with Wyatt. People have been, I've been wanting that for so long.
What if it's Adam Rose? And you're right. Adam Rose really is back. The party.
Please, no.
Do you really think WWE would hire him back?
Maybe.
Yeah, they might.
That kind of angle, they might.
I think Triple H always liked him, and I like that guy, and he's hugely buff now. But
the only person Triple H won't hire back is fucking CM Punk and Enzo Amore. That's about it.
That's too bad on Enzo, because he should hire Enzo.
Saw Enzo on Friday at an indie show. He's actually jacked, bro. He's bigger than he was a few years ago.
I am gonna fuck Triple H in the throat.
You know, it'd be awesome is Sith just said this to me, and I was thinking it too. It would be awesome if Adam Rose came back and announced that he's the White Rabbit and that he's back and something like that. But then he said, but I'm not back. I'm not the only one back, and I'm not the leader. I'm the White Rabbit. But now I'd like to introduce you to my blah, blah, blah. And then, so like people got that excitement and weird thing. And he's changed me. And Adam Rose could say, like, look at how I've changed. You know what I mean? Like, because he looks ripped and huge and shit. And then he introduced Bray Wyatt. And then Wyatt came out. And then, like, it was this whole thing. Like, that'd be pretty cool. But I doubt that's going to happen. But pretty cool.
Imagine Wyatt's, like, really fat when he comes.
Hello! I'm Humpty Dumpty.
He's out of breath by the time he gets back.
He's got breasts. Hey, look at this. Shit bum. Oh.
His new character's Fat
Extreme
Bastard.
Rules, actually Extreme Rules.
Triple H made Extreme Rules. Actually Extreme Rules. Yeah. Thank you, Alex Oli. I'm Fat Bastard. Like, oh, that'd be great. That was a good call.
So who's... Okay, so... Survivor Series War Games is coming up. We already know that the women's match is going to be Damage Control and probably Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, and Asuka, because it's like literally the only women they're focusing on. So that's obvious.
Oh.
But I'm thinking since they're going to do a two teams for that one, maybe they'll do like 3 teams for the men's War Games. They'll have Judgment Day, Bloodline, and like Team WWE, which has like sort of random members of the roster in there.
Yeah, they've really set up this War Games for a lot of people, to be honest. I mean, you got, like you just said, everything you mentioned. You've got the Judgment Day. And
an interesting idea is, so we already know Roman probably will wrestle at that event. Why not have instead of him choosing the Usos to back him up, he chooses Sami Zayn and Sikoa, and this kind of pisses off Jey Uso because he's like, I'm the right hand man. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the sober driver.
What?
I said I'm the sober driver. Yeah. You can continue now.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I was waiting for someone else to pick up because I'm.
Well, you were imagining. You were imagining Jimmy driving into a child.
I was imagining him running over a family.
Yeah. A family just getting out of the cancer ward, cancer free. You know, they're going to have some cake, and then Uso just. Then here
Make a Wish. John Cena's 800th Make-A-Wish donation or whatever.
Yep.
As soon as they're leaving the building, just Jimmy fucking runs him over.
Uso just fucking takes him out with a O'Doyle's in his hand or whatever.
Naomi's there.
and then you can have him say, "I did it for Roman."
Oh.
I did it for Roman.
No, you did it. You did it.
Nah, come on.
I did it. Oh, such a megathon. Where
I did it. I did it for the Children's Hospital. All right. So what's the next part? I'm sorry.
So yeah, I think it would be an interesting idea to have Sammy and Sikoa be the ones to join Roman in War Games because
isn't
then
War Games 5-on-5?
I mean, they've done it 3-on-3 before, or remember the first year when it came back at NXT, it was Undisputed Era, the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong, and Sanity, which only had 3 male members.
Yeah, but they want a lot of groups then, right? Because then there's like 4 teams, right? Or
well, no, there was only 3 teams. So all you have to do is have Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest. You have the Bloodline, so you can put either Roman and the Usos, or maybe you can do my idea where it's Roman and Sikoa and Sami Zayn, which can lead to a distrust storyline with Jey Uso. And then for the WWE team, you can have like AJ Styles, Drew McIntyre, and Matt Riddle or something. And then at the end, AJ can maybe at the end of the match he betrays Team WWE and he joins the Judgment Day You know, and he does the Too Sweet with Finn Balor or something. This is fantasy booking 101, people.
By the way, Io Sky, looking hot.
Yeah.
Looking hot.
She was hot.
A little flat ass, but you know.
I don't know. I like it.
Well, I mean, I've seen you. You should like anything.
Since we're fantasy booking, I just want to say I want Mr. Kennedy back in the WWE.
Mr. Yeah, I don't think he's ever coming back.
Anderson.
It's too bad.
Well, then what do they call? Yeah, Mr. Anderson in the fucking TNA.
Anderson.
More
Anderson. Didn't you laugh when he did it the second time after he left WWE?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It cracked me up.
As a kid, I always found it so weird tuning into TNA when like mid-carders like Mr. Anderson would be like world champion, and I'd be like, why the fuck is this guy the world champion?
Then burying WWE on how he could walk, how he could talk, which again are all valid points. But at the end of the day, though, it's like, dude, you got fired because you dropped Randy on his head.
Exactly.
Well, D'Lo didn't get fired, and he almost killed Draws.
Pretty much.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. But I guess that was Draws, wasn't it? You know.
No, well, also Hardcore Holly was also in that match. He got fired.
Well, listen,
haven't heard from him since.
Owen Hart, they took him out for dropping Stone Cold. No, you fucking. No, I'm just kidding. No, but Owen Hart and Stone Cold, you know, basically Owen Hart was enough of a star and had enough of power because his brother was big and he was obviously whatever. And Stone Cold wasn't the biggest star yet, even though he was a big star at the time. And it was like, so Owen Hart got away with it because they like canceled each other out, kind of, you know. But like D'Lo Brown was like a top low carder or like middle mid carder, and Draws was like doing nothing good. So
well, Draws was on his way up the ladder because remember he was in that LOD 2000 gimmick, which went nowhere.
He was on his way to get on the ladder, but like, I don't think he was going up any ladder. He was going off a bridge. He was probably a year away from being. He was a year away from being released, probably.
Yeah, or maybe team up with the Naked Midian gimmick or something.
Yeah,
like that.
He would have been in like the Ministry. That's true. But you know what? So like that's my point though. Is D'Lo was a mid card guy, Draws was a low tier guy who was trying to do something, and so D'Lo got away with dropping him on his head. But you're not going to get away with dropping fucking Randy Orton on his head when you're an up and coming mid carder to a top card guy.
This is also during the time when Randy was becoming less of a dick and trying to be a good dude, but yet again being a company guy. And again, yeah, he could still be a dick, but again, he can get you fired. You know.
Well, he was a dick at the time, so he got Kennedy fired.
Yeah, and Hardcore Holly, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, too.
I'm sure he did. Yeah, because I mean, because
they both got fired at the same time. I think because I think Hardcore Holly blames Kennedy or Anderson, whatever you want to call him, for kind of like that. You know, within that match, I think it was like a 10-man tag. And everybody was wearing like basketball jerseys, if I remember correctly.
They look similar, so that's probably why.
Oh God,
they do kind of look similar. Think about it.
Oh, in a way, but Hardcore's jacked now. Like, dude,
Hardcore was more jacked than Kennedy, but they were close.
Speaking of jacked, I'm not sure if we can just segue, just side step real quick. I just came back from Jersey City. And I just saw, remember I told you, Joe, about that rock and wrestling musical that's been in development?
Yes, Mustafa went to see a wrestling musical tonight.
All right. Before anybody gets their panties in much and be like, okay, this is already hot garbage. First of all, I'm a theater guy. I come from the acting world. This is specifically a new art form that I've always wanted to see, even back when I was young. Could this be on a Broadway stage? Could this be done?
No.
Well, first and foremost, they put Rocky on Broadway. And although I wasn't the big fan of the concept, I still respect the fact that they had the balls to put a ring on a Broadway stage and extend the audience within that idea. The storyline is over the top. It's not quite like Rock of Ages, where I think it's complete overrated and BS. It was improv on the spot. A lot of guys were taking liberties and going off script to kind of interact with the fans during the show. Mickey James was there. Matt Cardona obviously was playing one of the lead roles, which, by the way, I could definitely see MJF playing if he ever were to. and various other talents were there, including some of the Samoan guys from Rikishi's school, as well as Rikishi's family as well. And yeah, it was a good time, dude. It was a good ticket. So my musician friends who were in there were in the band, who I've played with for a number of years. And dude, I highly recommend it. It's called The Last Match.
And how many people were there?
Oh, dude, it was packed. It was like 2,000 people.
2,000 people in a theater?
Yeah, in the White... No. It's called the White Eagle Hall. It's basically a music hall that features not just like music, but also...
Is it a musical? Remember, because I was making fun of it last time. Is it a musical?
It's a rock and wrestling musical. Absolutely, yeah.
Last match.
Yeah. I remember you did. Yo, you got to bring up that clip where you sang that. Oh my god.
I was singing like, "This is my last match." Like I was like,
I gotta find it. I think it was when we reviewed ROH or something like that when we did the pay-per-view.
You know what? I think I put the song up on Patreon. Let me see if.
Please play it. Yes.
I don't know. Oh yes, look at this.
Some news for you here. So, the guest of honor. The MC was Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
My last match.
Oh,
this is my last fight. I must step into the ring and perform. This is my last match.
He's gone. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He's done it.
I will give it all to you.
This September, step into theater nobody ever expected. Professional wrestler, hero.
And even if I have to bleed, even if I have to blade, even if I take a chair shot to my skull, I will have my last match.
Coming to a theater near you.
This summer, live on Broadway. Last match.
Dude, I mean,
that
opening though, they like this part. They had to have had a song like this.
Oh,
where
This is my last fight.
He
this
was
part
there
right
and
here.
I actually met him.
That part.
That's at the end of the trailer. That's at the end of the trailer where
This
it's like.
is my last match. Like that part. Like that's gotta be that part right
So
here.
the guest of honor.
This is the best part.
And then it stops, and it's
The
like,
MC
and then it's
was-
like in theaters Friday.
In theaters Friday.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
My last match.
That part.
The
Dude.
Titanic bitch don't got nothing on you, Joe.
Was there anything like that at the? Oh, because it was more uppity, right? It was more rock, but like, was there anything like that where the guy was like, "I have to fight," like that sort of thing? No.
No, he left.
Mustafa left. Like we killed him.
No, he accidentally went into a time portal and ran into Undertaker and Mankind fighting in the boiler room. So right now he's occupied.
This
No, also the
is
motherfuckers.
my last match.
Like I could just see it. Like it's so cheesy.
This is my last match.
Well, at least he came. At least he was able to start telling us about how he went there, and then before really getting into the details, he got booted off of Discord. So you never know. Oh my god. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, here it is. Is this an ad?
Moving on.
I think I've got an ad for the actual thing. Is this real? Last match of pro wrestling rock musical. Oh my god, I wasn't that far off. Oh my god. I found the trailer for it. Oh my god.
Play it on Discord.
Look at this. Oh my god, no way.
It might sound strange, would you believe? Almost every night I've had a dream of standing neath a mountain high, reaches past the clouds into the sky. As a child first, I was afraid. I cried and I would run away. Until one night, I braved a try. And every night since, I've climbed.
Oh my god.
It's literally the same song.
The years passed on and I endured. I learned the victory was not assured. Sometimes I'd think I found the end, only to clear the clouds to find more ahead. Frustration turned into fatigue.
But now I face my last match. Like it's like a fucking part, bro.
It's the same thing.
This is Rostafa. You
Very
know what?
Irish.
I'm sorry, but I question your sexuality at this point.
Stop it. If you go to the cabin, you probably don't have.
Oh
but that's
my
okay.
god.
If MJF was in that, I'd pay to see some money for that.
Yeah.
No shit, you would.
go to see a cabin the queer.
That's the only way I'd go to see that.
Yeah. I don my scarf in front of million people. That's what he'd sing.
I'm Mustafa. Fucking queer.
I was molested in Killer Kowalski molested me. I paid 3,000 bills to get 100 pills to stop my back from hurting me. Like, all right, let's move on to the next thing, I suppose. Hey, wait, we're stopping.
I'm disrespecting my profession.
What's that? Being a fucking... I'm just kidding.
The tag team match between Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano.
Sorry.
Tag team match between Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano and Alpha Academy.
Oh my god. Bro.
Homos and queers.
I did not see this match. I just was listening to the audio, so I know that the Alpha Academy lost. Was it a good match?
You know what? This was funny enough. This was the one that I skipped of the whole night. I caught everything, but I missed this match. I saw the introductions though to them coming out to the ring, but
it was a decent match.
But it was quick, right? It wasn't long.
Did you get to hear Byron Fuxton's fucking little stupid panda comment?
Right. No, I didn't hear that.
You know what? What the fuck type of name is Byron Saxton? Seriously.
Who's that other commentator as well? The guy who kept calling the Judgment Day the Bloodline?
What's his name? Johnny
I was getting
Smith?
so irritated by that. The commentary is so garbage.
No, the commentary was so bad tonight. Like, if there was a fun, like somebody who was really excited to call wrestling and like wanted to be there or whatever.
Road Dogg. I know you're watching the show.
It would have been like, it would have made this show at least a point higher, right? Like if I'm giving tonight a 5 out of 10, I'd give it a 6 out of 10 if the commentary was worth a damn. But boy, man, they're the Nickelodeon commentary team. They sound like they're calling like, what was that thing where they ran
Family Double Dare?
Exactly, like Double Dare or.
Welcome
to
be
a good Patreon tier for you, Joe. A good Patreon tier would be to be able to commentate a match with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, like we'll find a match or whatever, like one that I guess is, you know, you can't get fucking WWE copyright strike to,
which is
and then
all
you
of
can
them.
call it or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm serious. Most people who are wrestling fans will be better on commentary than any of these guys. Fucking Corey Graves sucks. I hate him. I hate the fact that now he's trying to be like he's trying to one up Pat McAfee.
Yeah, he's not. They're not going to be as good. The one thing I'll say about them is they're safe. You know what I mean? Like they're better. You get some indie guys that are just awful. But I'll just say that they're safe. They're a safe 6 out of 10, but that's no good for Raw.
Or those guys from AEW Dark.
No, I mean those guys are better too. I'm telling you, dude. There's indie guys that are just fucking terrible.
I mean,
the ones that are like,
ooh. Corey Graves is too afraid to wrestle again because he doesn't want to get hurt.
Well, I don't blame him for that with a concussion thing, but I mean, he needs to figure out who he is. You know, am I going to be a heel? And when he is, he doesn't seem convicted about it. Like, I believe Bobby the Brain Heenan for the most part when he was being a prick, and he was funny.
I believe you.
Well, but I don't believe Corey Graves. He sounds like he's like,
Hey, what's his name? Haku. Gesundheit.
Well,
it's because they never decide what they're trying to be. Like, sometimes the heel will all of a sudden like start rooting for the baby face, or like the baby face will do some stupid like Byron Saxton will defend a babyface just randomly attacking the heel for like no fucking reason, and it's just like, well, he got what he deserved. It's like Byron, why did Braun Strowman have to throw Sami Zayn through 4 tables for just coming out to the ring? Like,
well, what's funny?
Why did that happen?
What's also funny is that Byron Saxton is way more committed to being a face than Corey's committed to being the heel, because Corey will flip-flop all over the place, and Byron will just stick to the face no matter what. It's funny. Like, it's like, what? It should be the other way, that Byron can kind of see both sides, like the middle and whatever, but like Corey should just be a straight-up prick, but instead he's, I don't know, they're all tweeners, and Jimmy, whatever, the main guy, is better than that Vanderfuck and some of those other people we've had, but... You know, dude, he's so like he sounds like he's doing Joe Rogan. And by the way, he doesn't sound as good as Joe Rogan on commentary, but he sounds like he's doing Joe Rogan. Like, it's so weird. You got him in the Kamara lock. Like, he doesn't even sound that good.
You know who they need on their commentary team? They need Nigel McGuinness, and they need fucking. Joe would be good, but Nigel McGuinness and Maury Ranallo would be the perfect fucking commentary team,
because it would sound legit. It would sound legitimate then, dude. It would be like, dude, can you imagine? Like, let's take a look at this. We got an example of this.
Make Nigel a heel.
Oh, Moro, look, he's got the leg. He's got it in that hold. No. He's been working on that leg for the past 10 minutes now. I know. He might have to tap out right here in the middle of the ring.
No, it's like, forget that. Like, actually, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Hold on a minute. Don't even have a heel. Have a third guy heel that's a different guy, right? Like, let's say like we got this indie match with Orange Cassidy versus Warhorse, right? In this indie wrestling, and you get Nigel McGuinness, Mauro Ranallo, and you get fucking a heel, a random other heel that we don't even know who they are. And here we go. Ready? Watch this.
Matt Striker.
Well, this is going to be one of those type of, as Jim Ross, if he was here, would say, slobber knockers, because these people are ready to see some brutality, and it's going to be all mind games potentially from Orange Cassidy here to begin. And Warhorse is ramped up and ready to go, but he's got to be ready for the mind games of Orange Cassidy. Well, absolutely, you got to be ready for any kind of mind games that Orange Cassidy might try to throw at you. And here we go. Orange Cassidy with the hands in pockets, ducks under and over the top. Oh, he's already, a chop right across the chest. Well, the mind games, right? I just ran into a wall.
See, that's what you get. That's what you get for trying to play mind games when you should be focusing on the match.
Oh, did you see that? Orange Cassidy just tried to spit on Warhorse. What a disgusting prick. And it's like,
he's getting what he deserves.
He's playing mind games with him. They're in a brutal fight here. And it's like, Ronaldo would be so excited too. He'd be like,
He's too busy trying to be an idiot.
Warhorse
wrestling a damn match.
Warhorse is ramping up, and it's like you feel like there's something going on here with Nigel and Morrow. Oh, he might have just separated the shoulder. Oh yeah, he caught it right across the rope there. And Warhorse, the referee might want to check on Warhorse there, because you might have got a separated shoulder. The
Warhorse isn't some pansy. He doesn't need to be checked on, all right? He's not as fragile as Orange Cassidy.
Well, even if that's so, he was checked on in a suicide dive by Orange Cassidy! And it's like, that would be exciting. You'd be like, oh, I'm excited. But right now, it would be like just the Raw team now is just fucking atrocious. Like, it's just absolutely fucking atrocious. Like
and commentators,
I can do all three voices. I can do all 3 voices myself. Like, I don't need, like, how can they not get these people here? Look at this fucking move right here.
they make flubs sometimes, like, yeah, so I can't really get mad at the Jimmy whatever guy, but at the same time, it's like his flubs seem like he's reading off of a script or he's just trying to remember these people's names barely.
I don't even mind. I don't mind.
Pat McAfee would make flubs.
I don't mind
like
his
he was
flubs.
so excited.
I don't mind his flubs. I just think he's like a straight up 6, 7 out of 10. He just goes straight line. He has no ups. He has no downs. He's just, I'm Jimmy, the commentator guy. He almost kind of flies under the radar where I don't even notice him. And that's what I'm talking about. It's not that he's bad. He's just a 6 or 7 straight arrow where, like, he's good. He's professional. He's got a pretty good voice. But he's missing that connection and that extra little decibel or that extra excitement. There's something missing there. He's a solid 6 or 7 maybe, but Jim Ross is when Jim Ross was in his prime, Jim Ross was a 9, 9.5, maybe 10. So wasn't other announcers, but Mauro Ranallo is a 9 at least. But
JBL back in 2007 was a really good heel commentator. But then even when he came back for a little while in 2012, but I mean, then he turned to garbage. But that's.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Orange Cassidy, or rather about Warhorse. Here's the thing about him, Joe. The fact of the matter is, he may not be here in Beyond Wrestling for much more anyway. Oh, really? Do you know something I don't know? Is he's trying to go for a suplex here? Yeah, I happen to know that he might be the next one Me Too'd. He's been sniffing girls' wrestling attire in the. Oh, all right, okay. You know what? That hasn't happened, Jesse. So I don't know. I've not heard that from anybody. Just stop. I don't know what you're doing. I'm being a broadcast journalist, so I don't know why Luke Rojas is talking over my bit right now, but he just keeps doing it, thinking he'll add something, but really he's interfering with my own banter of myself. Well, okay, whatever. You know what, Jesse? That's fine. Oh, man! Look at that! Yeah, look at that. That guy will be fired next week. All right, enough, Jesse. Enough, Jesse. And now, I don't know. I can't even focus after what the hell you just said, but Orange Cassidy with the arm of Warhorse. He's working the arm right there. You can see the pain on Warhorse's face right now. He's concerned, and he should be, because Orange Cassidy is a dangerous man. Well, he's certainly in a predicament now here at Beyond Wrestling, right in the center of the ring. And now Orange Cassidy continuing to stretch out that arm. Referee's going to pay attention here. Did I ever tell you this referee looks like Pee Wee Herman if Pee Wee Herman butt pumped in San Francisco? No, Jesse, I don't know what that means. I don't like. It's like that is better than like what it's like. I'd rather that than like what's on Raw, because there's just nothing. Now that's over the top and too much, right? But the bottom line is the idea of people should be characters on the commentary too. They don't have to be the heel guy and the good guy. That doesn't have to happen. They just have to be excited because you guys just brought it up. Mauro Ranallo is the best guy and he seems legitimate. Nigel McGuinness seems legitimate too. They would be calling it like a legitimate sports show as opposed to this Nickelodeon commentary team that we have right now.
I mean, you would even do good, Joe.
Yeah, they got to fire Vic Joseph and replace him with the one they should have hired in the first place.
Yes, I will take the NXT job. Give Mauro the main job. Mauro's better than me, but give me the NXT job. Thank you.
Well, just be glad that you didn't end up like Vic Joseph or like, what's his name, Ryan Satin, where you're like, oh yeah, now I'm trying out birthday cake on the bump, like some fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, Vic Joseph looks like he looks like Danhausen, actually, to be honest. You ever look at Vic Joseph? He looks like a 6'2" Danhausen. Dude, Vic Joseph is massive. When I stood next to him in Florida, I was like, man, they're gonna hire him because I'm 5'10", and this guy's like Vince McMahon's size, and Vince loves tall guys. So.
Doesn't Vince want all his interviewers short?
It's a great point, but I was up there for commentary, not interviews.
Tall guy probably has a tall dick.
I would have loved to do that too. I did interview stuff, and they need an interview too, or like they need a Gene, Okerlund. Someone's like, all right, welcome back to Monday Night Raw. I'm standing aside to the likes of Kevin Owens, who was just attacked in the back locker room. Kevin, what's going through your mind? Like, and like somebody who's like a character, like just seems assertive instead of these fucking Now welcome my guest at this time. Like what the fuck are they doing, dude? Don't get me like I will go. Yes.
I mean, Renee was kind of like that for a while, and even what's her name, Kayla Braxton. She has the most personality out of all of these, all of these fucking backstage reporters. You know, just the worst example.
Well, the reason why I'll tell you why because why Kayla and Renee were better is because they're hosting the pre-show things, so they're actually putting in their personality a bit. These other backstage people are all told to say robot lines. That's why Renee and Kayla.
But Maria is good, or what's her name? The blonde chick. She's all right.
She was the one that was in NXT, and I remember thinking that she's the best one they have. But the problem is, again, they still don't have somebody who can be. They don't have a Gene Okerlund. Actually, funny enough, Byron Saxton is one of the best they have at backstage interviews, but he doesn't do that. He's a commentary. But he's
Byron
one of the best
Saxton
ones.
Byron Saxton looks like a fucking alligator.
Well, oh my God. Well, you asked earlier, what's Byron Saxton? I'm like, it's called I Want a White Name. That's what that is.
They should have named you Fucktard when you were a fucking child.
Oh my God,
bro.
what the fuck? I don't think that's his real name, by the way. I'm pretty sure his real name is fucking like
Fucktard.
Yeah, no, it's probably Agdu fucking something. I don't know. I'm serious.
It's probably something like Damar or something.
Yeah, Demarius something.
Dynamite mentioned someone getting shot. It wasn't on Dynamite. They were mentioning it. Cops were trying to find out too.
Allison Tuckwab, thank you for the $4.99. Somebody shot at Dynamite? I didn't hear anything about that. Did anybody hear?
Whoa, wait. So, like, someone shot a gun inside an AEW show?
Well, I don't know. I think we would have heard about that. Allison said...
Could have been in the area.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe outside of Dynamite somebody
Shit
shot?
bum!
The show will never be good until something is done about the commentary. It's horrible.
Black Pumpkinhead, $5 shit bum donation. And yeah, he's going into what we're talking about. The commentary team isn't good, so the show can never really be that great either. I'm dead serious. It comes down to the commentary team as far as making the show a point or two better. If you are excited by the commentary, you will be more excited by the show. And the other component is of course, the crowd. So when the commentary gets really fired up in the right way, the crowd cheering sounds even better. And they just have a cruise control Nickelodeon professional commentary team, but they don't have a professional wrestling commentary team. Do you think anybody in this crowd would really bring a sign for either of these guys? But back in the day, they'd bring a sign for JR. People would bring a Mauro Ranallo sign. You know,
People bring Joe Cronin signs.
There might have been more signs for me than there's been for fucking Corey Graves or goddamn Byron Saxton. It's true. So
Pat McAfee. Was super over.
Pat McAfee's over because,
and you know what? I like Michael Cole with Pat McAfee. I think they have great chemistry.
Michael Cole before was a 4.
We did have a good.
Michael Cole was a fucking 4 out of 10 before Pat got there. And I don't mean professionally. Professionally, Michael Cole's wonderful. But as far as an exciting announcer, he was a 4 or 5 out of 10. It was awful. And he's always been kind of not my favorite thing. But as a guy who does commentary and steers the ship, he's one of the best ever to do producing like this. But Michael Cole, blah. But yeah, Pat McAfee elevated Cole to a 6 or maybe a 7.
And for me, from like a lot of the earlier parts of his career, I think he was at a 7.5 to an 8 sometimes for me.
Because he was excited.
Over the years.
Yeah, he lost the excitement.
Yeah, over the years, I liked his heel run too, where he just was shitting on NXT. That was hilarious.
Yes,
but
that was good too. When he was a bad guy, he was. But dude, like it's like when Foley won the belt. The problem is back then when Michael Cole was better on commentary, his voice hadn't developed yet. But now his voice is developed, but he's not good on commentary. It's good on commentary. So it's like, unfortunately, you can't switch the two. Because remember when Mankind won the title? He did it! Mankind is achieved his dream of everybody! Like it's like his voice was so bad. Like, but now his voice is good, but it doesn't matter. Because, you know, he doesn't have the heart for it. But he does now that Pat McAfee's back. But now it's kind of gone again because Corey Graves and him is not very good. So, but they are calling better stuff. He seems a little better still, even without Pat. It's like Pat made him still go up a point, but Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. We need some people that can call this show that are fresh and that seem like they really want to be there, and somebody that's like, it's me, your commentary guy. I'm the new JR. I'm the guy. You're gonna love me. I'm excited. You're excited. Let's do this. It's Monday Night Raw, and I'm ready to go. I'm excited, and you are too. But these guys, sounds like I'm watching a game show. Sounds like I'm watching Nickelodeon.
Please hire Joe, Road Dogg.
Oh, like Dan Kenny. Everything Dan Kenny says is, I love Joe, hire Joe. Yeah, go tell him on Twitter, Dan. He responds. It's funny, every time someone says to Road Dogg, hey, Joe Cronin, Road Dogg, blah, 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 Road Dogg always responds to them. So just say, hey, the fuck, we'll clean up everything.
Well, and
somebody scissor me!
Scissor me, Roja.
Welcome to Scissor Mania!
All I want you to do is scissor me. All I want you to do is scissor me.
Was this in the musical tonight?
Scissor me. All I want you to do is scissor me. All I want you to do is scissor me. All I want you to do.
Somebody actually did chant that.
If you had to choose an old pay-per-view name over Extreme Rules, what would it be?
An old
Capital Armageddon.
No Mercy.
Balls of Fire.
No, let's do
Over the Limit.
Over the Limit. Over the no, bring back
Over the Edge.
Bring back Over the Edge. Yeah,
Over the Edge.
Bring back Over the Edge with that big ass that guillotine they had, or was that King of the Ring that they used that?
Well, you know how they did you know how they did St. Valentine's Day Massacre?
Yeah.
One of these days they should just do 9/11 the pay-per-view.
Oh, come on. What the hell's wrong with you? You should 9/11 yourself.
Or one of the school shootings. Or one of the school shootings.
Oh, come on.
Columbine Massacre.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
That shit is a really sensitive topic, man. They would
never
do you think I'm fucking being serious? Has anybody ever heard of a goddamn joke?
What, you're not being
They can't do that on TV. They can't
serious?
say 9/11. Fucking obviously. What am I, an idiot? You think I'm a fucking moron?
Muhammad Hassan said 9/11 quite a bit, but that was him being a character, being an Islamic character that happened to be Italian.
He should come back.
Oh yeah, bring him back. Let him get another run.
He's a principal at a school. So.
Oh, imagine that, the principal.
God.
Oh,
I had enough of this bullshit.
I had enough of these kids. Fucking
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Red Jester.
I dropped 9.99 but hasn't shown up yet.
Oh.
The question was, if you had to choose another pay-per-view name over Extreme Rules, what would it be?
He donated that right after he donated that. Red Jester, you are the king of the Wheel of Funk for the week. Shout out to the king.
Period.
Red Jester. Yeah, you know what?
Honestly, I'd pick Capital Punishment.
No, I would go No Mercy or Armageddon. Probably.
Armageddon's not bad.
Armageddon, probably. And you know what? If Halloween Havoc is going to come for the NXT in October, then I would want Armageddon to be the sort of Halloween dark goth theme of October for the main roster. It would actually be a good Judgment Day theme. Judgment Day is like on the cover of it, all the Armageddon.
Well, they had a pay-per-view called Judgment Day, but
that's right. Oh my God, you're right. Just make it Judgment Day.
I was thinking that it should be Unforgiven.
Fuck.
Unforgiven is a good pay-per-view name.
It's that one too, actually.
And I always associate Armageddon with the December pay-per-view. That's when TLC kind of took that position in like 2009.
Did you say?
But it was always
Unforgiven.
Mr. Calloway, yes, we did.
At Unforgiven, I'm gonna put you through hell.
I want the entire WWE universe to realize that The Undertaker has come back from death itself. and risen from the grave, and I will step into the ring to claim what's mine. So at WrestleMania 49, at WrestleMania 39, I will step into the ring with the head of the table, Roman Reigns, and he will rest in peace. My God, do you believe it? The Undertaker is risen from the bottom of the ring, like he's come out of the depths of hell here on Monday Night Raw to announce that he's gonna come out of retirement. Well, he's gonna come out of death. He's come from hell itself to take on the head of the table, Roman Reigns, at WrestleMania. My God, what the hell? And now we gotta get off the air, everybody. We'll see you next week. What does this mean? The Undertaker is back!
That's more hype than any WWE ending in the past, 5 years.
I just made that up. I just made that up, and that's making you want to see that. You want to see that, and I just made that up. It's like, come on, bro.
Jim Ross would blush.
I always loved when you'd watch those old Attitude Era Raws and SmackDowns when it would end with one of the commentators just being like, "This is crazy. I can't believe what's going on. Stone Cold just shot
or like just saying like,
having a conniption.
Just saying we're out of time, or we gotta, they're cutting us off. Like what was just the idea? Like I gotta see next week.
Remember when China won the corporate rumble and Shane was on commentary and was like, "You're gonna pay at the rumble."
What the fuck?
Right. See, that's what I want to do, but I'm not on commentary, and I'm not there. We have ideas. Let's make ideas happen. So it's
Instead
just like
Instead, it has to end like "Oh man, can't believe Ed just came back from that one." Well, we're gonna find out next week.
That is what it sounds like. And Corey Graves like, Byron, you're an idiot. Well, we'll find out next week what happens when the Judgment Day is back on Raw and Edge is here. It's Monday Night Raw next week. And you're like, wow.
The New Day's here. The New Day.
While you have little kids in the front row chant, "Please retire."
Yeah. Like this, like, come on, bro. What are they doing? How did they go off the air tonight? What did they go off?
With the Edge thing. With the Edge thing.
They probably let's hear that call. Let's hear how excited they were for that. Let's see if we can get that. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Marco's pepperoni magnificent.
Whoa.
What Brad did to Penske doesn't get talked about enough. He was instrumental in really revitalizing that NASCAR program, lifting it up to the heights.
Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see. Let's hear what they sounded like tonight.
I'm making a left turn.
The Judgment Day, they attack 4-on-1. That riddled the victim after a grueling matchup.
See, they all sound the same is the problem. So you just heard, watch how they sound the same. Like, after a grueling matchup, man, I don't believe it. Like, that's what they sound like. I don't believe it. After a grueling matchup, man, and they've been desecrated. That's what they, like, listen, now, listen, ready? I'm gonna,
and it's like, and a big clothesline into the corner.
I'm going to listen, we're going to listen to the voices. Ready? Watch this.
The original bro to pay.
That's Corey Graves.
The numbers game once again in favor of the Judgment Day.
That's Byron Saxon.
Judgment Day, they attack 4-on-1.
That's Jimmy.
That riddled the victim after a
Where's Mike Adamley?
matchup. Send him south of heaven after the match. Oh my gosh! He's back! He's back! Edge is back! Judgment Day better get out of their spear! Eyes on Dominic! Vengeance on the menu for the
Who's that in the chat?
See, stuff like that, vengeance on the menu, like that, like you just like
vengeance.
That just took me right out of it right there. Vengeance on the menu, bro. Vengeance on the menu. Like, I mean, Byron, and by the way, the one screaming, I think is Byron. So the main announcer, again, you can't even position your main announcer, Jimmy, to be the guy who's the guy. And that's the problem. It keeps bouncing between 3 different people. They're all sharing it. And so, like, listen, this call right now, Edge is about to come running out. And Jimmy goes, oh! And then Byron Saxon is the one that's like, Edge is here! So listen, like, why would that be? Why would the third guy, or I think the third guy is Byron Saxon, why would he be the one that's like, oh my God, listen.
Matt Riddle, the victim after a grueling matchup. Sent him south of heaven after the match.
You think you know me?
Oh! Oh my gosh! He's back! He's back! Edge is back! Judgment Day!
So weird. It's like not too bad by Byron, but why is Byron the one calling that? So it's like I would have been like, I would have been like, you know.
Once again in favor.
Well, this is what the Judgment Day does. 4-on-1 on Matt Riddle, and now Dominic setting up for Damian Priest and South of Heaven. 4-on-1 against Matt Riddle. Whoa, wait a minute! Edge is here, and he's hitting the ring! Edge is back! The spear to Damian Priest! And now staring a hole through Dominic, who hightails it out there, and now a spear on Balor! This place is exploding for Edge!
The Judgment Day thought they had done away with Edge. Think again.
But it's like Byron Saxon is the guy calling this, like
exactly,
and Byron is doing a decent job actually of calling it, to be honest. But why is Byron doing that? Why isn't Jimmy
on black representation?
Why isn't Jimmy calling this?
And like, yeah, the other commentators can say something, but like they need to be like, well, you're being like, it's back. They have to be like, Edge has got a score to settle with the Judgment Day since June, and he's ready to take out all of his anger.
Yeah, it's like, I'm ready to deliver exposition and funny joke that I've written down specifically for this moment. It's like, no.
And menu vengeance.
He's got vengeance on the menu! Like, but also that does sound better coming from like somebody like Morrow maybe, like, he's got vengeance on the menu! Like, I mean, that's a little weird still. But it's like, nobody would, like, what? Like, so they just...
And he's gonna be thinking that these past few months he's been thinking of ways to torture the Judgment Day.
Right. Look at the eyes of Edge. He's absolutely incensed. He's rabid almost. Well, there's no doubt about it. This crowd's exploding for Edge. He's got a rabid look on his face. He might do anything out here to the Judgment Day. And finally, listen to the ovation for Edge in his home country. Oh, they're loving Edge right now, and the Judgment Day is hitting.
You have tried to finish me over and over again, but I always come back.
They can't believe it. They took out all 4 of them.
It takes me 9 years. I come back, and I got to come back in Edmonton.
On Lita's tits.
In my country. You see, I don't quit. So, Finn, I'm going to challenge you at Extreme Rules. For the first time ever, Edge
brawn panty match
versus Finn Balor.
In a brawn panty match.
In an I Quit match.
Oh my God.
The ultimate challenge for Finn Balor.
Oh my.
See, like, what is that? Like, oh my, dude, the ultimate challenge for Finn Balor. What the fuck does that mean?
No excitement in his voice. It should have immediately been, the challenge has been made. Will Finn Balor accept it? That's the question. An I Quit match in Extreme Rules.
Well,
instead of like, the challenge has been set.
Like, yeah, that's what he's like every time.
And earlier, all he said was,
been made. the challenge has been made. Like that's what you said. But he sounds like that. Now, there's not a lot you can say. Like, I quit match doesn't mean much. You just kind of say like, wow, a big time match offered by Edge or Extreme Rules, Finn Balor. It's like, but like, so what are you going to say to that? But again, he sounds that way every single time.
In an I quit match.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Edge is offering an I quit match at Extreme Rules. If Balor accepts that, one of these men is going to have to say they quit at Extreme Rules.
Even more shocking challenge. Edge wants Finn Balor at Extreme Rules in an I quit match.
Good job by Byron there.
Imagine the pain that they're going to put each other through in a no holds barred I quit match.
That's fine.
Over 40 match.
That's when you need
Byron was
that's
good.
When you need
Dude, Byron's the guy. Byron's the guy. Byron did pretty good there. So Jimmy, I guess Jimmy can't do this. So Jimmy's isn't really intense. So Byron's doing the intent because, dude, that's Byron. What Byron just did there was what I would have done. So I think that's fine. But it's like, why is Byron doing that? Like, because Jimmy just calls the play-by-play, so he doesn't have the hype ability. Like, that's not too bad what Byron did there, because there's not a lot you can do with. It's not like, oh my God, it's the most shock. It's just an I quit match, okay? But like, you're supposed to make it seem important. I like what you just did, Rojas. I wish he would have said that. I wish he would have said, what did you just say again? Actually,
can you imagine the pain that they're going to put each other through?
Right,
exactly. Can you imagine the brutality?
So that's
like that Jerry the King Lawler delivery. Like anytime there would be like a Hell in a Cell match delivered, he's like, they're going to put poor Kurt Angle in a Hell in a Cell match. Kurt Angle's never played a day in his life.
Well, that's why it'd be great if one of the announcers
Sounds like
was
Mankind.
like, yeah, he did sound like Mankind. It'd be funny if it would have been funny if he had said, like, can you imagine the pain and what these guys are going to put themselves through in an I quit match at Extreme Rules after everything they've been through? I know it's I'm worried about it. What are you talking about? Like someone's gonna get hurt. No. Here's the other thing. Someone says, "Can you imagine the pain these two guys or what they're gonna put themselves through in an I quit match at Extreme Rules after everything that they put each other through?" And then somebody else says, "Man, somebody's gonna get hurt." Yeah, so you're not kidding. Extreme Rules is. I mean, this is a dangerous type of match, especially with the male ego or something like that. It's like, well, okay, but it's like they wouldn't do anything like that. You know what I mean? Byron did a good job.
He would be the demon for this match.
The Judgment Day at Extreme Rules.
If he's gonna do that, they should have made it a buried
That
alive
long
match.
pause is really distracting. It's like you should fill up that little long pause with. And the challenge has been made. It's going to be an extreme. Like, you shouldn't just let 5 to 6 seconds of, like, that. Like no intensity, no emotion. You just lost any of the shock of the announcement. Like, all of it's gone. Because you had nothing to fucking say, and you couldn't even give a shit.
There's just too many people on commentary and not enough, like, power.
They need to bring back Joey Styles.
Just get 2 people on commentary because 3 is stupid. The only time I've seen a good 3 person commentary team was in NXT.
Yeah, because I think even like Beth Phoenix as a third person with Nigel and Morrow,
or even the guy before him, before her, Percy. I liked Percy.
Yeah,
Percy.
Yeah, that'd be okay, especially, and...
You gotta talk like this! He was kind of like fucking Byron Saxon.
The one that was cancerous was Booker T, JBL, and Michael Cole.
No, Booker T's great.
I think Booker T's garbage. I agree with that.
Let me tell you something.
Shucky Ducky, quack, quack. Pretty good.
Oh,
a lot of people...
Quack.
Come on, Michael. I love when he's like, see, that's the thing, man. Brock Lesnar's more like a steak guy, and AJ Styles is more of a burger guy. And sometimes a burger's the mood I'm in for.
It's sometimes one likes a medium rare, while the other one likes them well done.
And that's the thing, John Cena. He's like Rocky Balboa in Russia. He about to turn around this whole damn audience around.
Hey, you were talking about bringing back old pay-per-view names earlier.
Bobby Lashley looking like the big slave. Oh, never mind.
That's the thing, because I'm somewhere Stone Cold never will find me. I'm in church, and I'm ready to play some bingo.
Oh my god, dude! What the fuck?
Pretty good Booker T.
That's a pretty funny.
Yeah, that's really good.
I mean, when you talk about like that's something he'd really say, and it sounds like him, so it's a pretty good impression.
Well, he did. That was the line that made Vince crack up. Was when he was like,
I'm in church, and I'm about to play some bingo.
and fucking Vince starts dying because he was on the phone with them.
Oh my
What would be a
god!
better pay-per-view poster if they brought back? Okay, you got Jimmy Uso and Jeff Hardy on the poster. Fastlane or Fully Loaded?
Probably Fastlane.
No. We're forgetting an option. Over the limit.
They gotta bring back Roadblock.
Fully Loaded would be good for Val Venus.
You know what? Just fuck it. Enough with the fucking funny names. Just call it drunk driving accident pay-per-view.
They can bring back
Too
the
drunk to
monster
drive.
trucks.
DUI.
It's gonna be a DUI.
No.
Sonny could be waving the checker flag in the poster.
Oh yeah, no, Over the Limit, but in the background, Jeff's taking a breathalyzer. I'm gonna be in a ladder match, this week. I'm gonna be in a ladder match. It's my last match in a ladder match. I'm gonna be in a ladder match. This is my last match. It's a ladder match. Sorry. My last match, once again,
They
the
could
musical.
do all those songs from the Pile Driver album from the 80s. Like Stand Back and...
Yep.
That could be a musical.
Just so people don't understand, there was a wrestling musical tonight. Mustafa went to see it, and I assume a song like that took place during the show.
Mustafa, you like women, right?
Probably, yeah. Well, Mustafa went with I'm telling you, man, Mustafa, you know, he was an altar boy, is all I'll say. That's just all I'll say. Everything else.
Sorry about that.
Shit bomb.
I'm here,
on
dude.
DVD.
Drew Bar 100
listen to
says
orchestra
gay.
music.
Drop $2.
Joe, please repeat your question. I'm sorry.
I said, come sucker, say what?
What? Oh.
Byron Saxon's real name is Brian Kelly, by the way.
Who?
Byron Saxon's real name is Brian Kelly.
See, Byron Saxon's real name is Brian Kelly. By the way,
Yeah.
a second white name. What? Like, who is this guy? What is his name?
bomb. UC Bailey interview with White Rabbit in back.
I missed that, but you know, the one thing I'll say about Triple H is talk about loving to put those weird things in the background so that you're paying attention. The Citizen, thank you for the $2.
I like that. I love little Easter eggs that
China's butt plug in the background.
like it's obviously a little bit more forethought than Vince would ever give a backstage segment. And they're not like sometimes now it actually gives you a reason to pay attention to those segments instead of like, my name is Dasha Fantaz and I'm standing with Rusev.
This time.
Oh god.
Do you remember the video of that fucking lady Dasha Fuentes?
Yeah.
When somebody made her a robot.
Dude, and now she's a commentator in AEW.
Fucking
not next week, but at this
She's
time.
better though. I will in WWE she was like a 3 or 2 out of 10. In AEW she's like a 4 out of 10. So she is better in AEW.
Probably because it's more freedom.
Yeah, I guess so.
Duncachino? Don't mind if I do.
Ooh, Duncachino.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend.
Fucking say hello to my chocolate friend. Well, I want to thank Mr. MTA 427 for dropping $10 and helping me make a little bit of money tonight. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. MTA. Thank you.
I was watching the Mr. Plinkett Ghostbusters review, and they kept singing they kept doing the Duncachino clip.
Oh, right. Which is,
and then he's like, remember Scarface?
Remember,
and it's like, Duncachino.
Remember that time I masturbated to Mary Kate and Ashley? Oh,
that's the thing. I went down to Costco. And
Hey,
I was
Lois,
like,
remember that one time when I fucking fucked my asshole?
Is that you, Mustafa? You do a good Mr. Plinkett too. What the fuck don't you do?
What the fuck?
I said, can I get a Costco membership? And he said, sure.
Sometimes he'll cut off like midway sentence because of the editing. So he's like, you pour in the water and you pour in the packet number 1.
Yeah. Dude, that was great. Dude, they're really good at being able to hook you with stuff. You ever notice, too, the other way that they can hook you sometimes is by literally making the screen black for like 20 seconds before a new segment starts, and you think something's wrong with the fucking video? Shit, bum.
I just love their
How
videos
to join
so
Discord,
much, bro.
Joe, the link is down.
Oh, I had too many pizza bites tonight.
Well,
Fuck my mother. My mother was a whore. I can't do it anymore. But you're doing a good one.
Larry Flint.
Remember when he was like, he was getting suggestions for movies, and he's like, and like the Emperor's talking to him, and he's like, next I want you to review Twilight Breaking Dawn. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that's pretty good, man.
My favorite is the Cop Dog review when he's like, I thought this movie's supposed to be about a fucking cop dog. If I made a movie about my fucking dead ghost bitch wife who haunts me at the foot of my bed, I wouldn't call it dollar store cashier wife. I'd call it fuck off, ghost.
Oh my God, Mustafa. That is so good. It's fucked
That's
up,
not
dude.
Mustafa, though. It's Rojas.
I mean, Rojas. Mustafa. No, Mustafa is a dog. No, Mustafa, though. What you got cut off earlier when you were talking. No, but you got cut off when you were talking about the wrestling musical earlier. What else happened at the musical?
Okay, first and foremost, anybody who's just laughing at this concept of wrestling musical, first of all, when was the last time that you actually saw a Broadway or an actual theater performance that actually moved them?
Well, that's the point, dude.
Like, for real. That's the whole point. If you have never witnessed one live, you cannot understand or comprehend the value of what I just
if you
witnessed.
ever witness one live, that's why you know never to go again.
Actually, yeah, I went to an
Pardon
orchestra.
me?
That most people don't like these things. So like if they ever witness
Who's most people? Who's most people?
Straight people.
Most straight men don't like.
I'm a straight dude, and I've been in love with this art form since I was a child, brother.
I know, bro. You might. Where's your girlfriend at?
That is irrelevant to the art form, and yes, we do have girlfriends in the art form.
She is irrelevant, also.
What's your last
Just
girlfriend?
like your sex life.
When was it? Who was your last girlfriend, Mustafa? What's her name?
Do I really have to go into detail about this? I thought we were talking about wrestling.
I just asked you a real quick question. When was your last girlfriend?
Honestly, it's irrelevant to the conversation what we're
The
having.
fact that you can't answer that, tells me you're proving my point.
Not really, because it's none of anybody else's business about my sex life.
Hey, Mustafa, who was your last girlfriend?
I'm not going to talk about it.
I'm not talking about. Oh, Rojas. I'm sorry, Luke Rojas. Who was your last girlfriend? When was your last girlfriend?
I'm a virgin.
Thank you very much, Dan Kennedy. When was your last girlfriend?
You already know I don't have a girlfriend.
Creeper Hostage. When was your last girlfriend?
October 27th, 2017.
See that? Everybody else had an answer except for Mustafa. Something
Yeah,
weird.
because I don't need to give one. That's my right.
What are you, fucking the president? Dude, who cares? Like, I mean, what there's nobody asked you about your sex life. I said, when was your last girlfriend? And the answer would probably be like, whatever it is. Like, oh, it was, I had one this many years ago, or I had one this many months ago.
I don't want to
His girlfriend is
Yeah, okay. Your
His
boyfriend.
girlfriend is his fucking MJF action figure, all right? That's his girlfriend.
If you can't answer that, like, oh, I don't.
Wait, whoa. First of all, I don't collect action figures, number one. Number two, what do you jack off to, bro? That's my question.
Like,
the porn that
this
I
is
jack
not a
off to
secret
really
answer.
makes me think that I'm not a good person. Like some of
No
it is
shit.
really
You could-
demented shit, and and sometimes I'll listen to it with one earphone at work and just do my work, and that's
Like
how I get through
BDSM,
the day
TMI.
sometimes.
Bondage.
No, yeah, really just sadistic stuff.
Dude, you know what? I look at that shit when I'm pissed off. Like when I'm pissed, I'm like, you know what?
No, I'm not even pissed off. I'll be in a good mood and I'll
Oh.
play it, and it'll just be like, and maybe that's a sign of being a serial killer someday. I don't know. I'll figure that out later.
Hardcore, dude.
I'll figure that out later when I've fucking done jacking off to it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you want to talk about jacking off on the master?
Oh.
Whoa. Masturbator.
Maybe I'm angry that I've never had sex before, so that's how I deal with it. I just watch horrible fucking torture, and you know what? Maybe I should move on with it. Let's move to the last two matches of the night.
Listen, let me stick up real quickly. Let me stick up for Mustafa. Although it's weird that he's pulling a Tommy NC, like, who can't admit he masturbates.
Whoa. Don't even put him in the same category as
No,
Tommy.
you're being like Tommy.
Don't even do that.
No, you're being like
I
Tommy.
think he's better than Tommy.
Tommy won't admit that he masturbates. This is the same type of thing. It's very weird. You can't just answer a little question. But here's the thing. I know what Mustafa is saying because I actually understand. I have been to theater performances where it's like, wow, that was fucking amazing. Like, but I've also been to like 80% of them like irritate the fuck out of me, and I hate myself. But there are some times where there is a great like, and you're like, wow, that was kind of beautiful or whatever, even though it was a bit cheesy. You know, so I do get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I question things about you for not being able to answer.
Well, here's the thing. Don't question it until you see it. That's all I'm saying.
You want to see it?
Just go see it. When it comes up to either Boston.
Why don't you illegally record it for me?
Well, I have photos. I have images, dude. I would just to prove I was there, dude. I took photos with my Cardona.
Photos. I have images.
Look, Mustafa, I went to a fucking orchestra and a theater, and they moved me too. You're not alone. Okay.
Yeah, so like anybody else who doesn't understand the art, and by the way, I take this art form seriously. That's what I went to school for. So you know what I mean. That's why anytime.
How much you make a year? Mustafa, how much you make a year in that form?
I will never discuss money as far as how much I make or what it goes to in my lifetime on this program.
Mustafa, honestly, right now, you were coming off as like this pretentious dance snob, and it's like really not befitting of you.
What does it even?
It really, you're not looking good. I will
You're
say.
just being like, I'm not. Honestly, I will never discuss that, and I take this seriously. It's 100% my life, and it's just like we're all fucking with you, you know.
Let me ask you a question. Luke Rojas. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever made money in theater?
No.
Have you ever made money? Okay, so never talk to me about numbers or figures.
Shut up.
Yeah, but he's made.
Oh my god, you're like one of these wrestlers. You're like one of these wrestlers. You're like one of these wrestlers who are like, "Hey, you've never been in the business, so you can't tell me if you think this is good or not, or something like that." Like, bro.
No. You can have an opinion about a show, but you can't have an opinion about an art form which you know nothing about. Period.
I don't have an opinion in the art form. I just have an opinion on how you're acting. You're being like weird about it, you know?
No, I'm not weird about it at all, dude. Honestly, this is something that I take very seriously in my profession. And anybody who doesn't fully grasp it or has not even seen what I just seen, you can't even say much. So all I'm going to say is wait until it comes to your area.
But Mustafa, you realize this is the same thing. Yeah,
because I speak well better than you, dog. Trust me.
This is like saying like you didn't see the Batman you didn't see the Batman movie, so you can't say anything until go see it in your theater and then tell me.
Go make up your own opinion until you see it. Until you see you don't have one. Like what does that make you? It makes you stupid. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather people go see it if it does come out there and it goes on tour, which it may as well be, especially when the reviews come out.
Yeah, but wait a minute. But what you're saying though, what I'm trying to say is like there's a lot of people that don't like theater. So like
exactly.
Okay, you don't have to like theater in order to enjoy a great show.
But Mustafa. But I'm telling you, Mustafa.
You don't have to like Shakespeare in order to enjoy the show.
No, but Mustafa, I'm saying to you, if somebody out there doesn't like hockey, like they're like, I don't like hockey, and then you're like, okay, but you know, you don't have to you have to go see it. And they're like, no, I just don't like hockey. I've seen hockey before and I don't like it. But you need to go see.
Well, that's the thing, though. You've seen hockey on TV, but that's the other difference between watching it on TV and watching it live.
No, but I'm talking about live. Exactly, but the person says, I have seen it live. I went to a hockey game once. I didn't like it. Or I watched it on TV. I didn't like it. These people are telling you they don't like the theater. They don't like the theater shows.
Well, again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really particularly like theater musicals. Like, I don't know. They're not my thing.
I guess.
Let me. All right.
Like who is saying that they wouldn't go to it or they don't like it, but they have to go see it? Like, you're telling everybody you can't hate it, you have to see it. But tons of people say the same thing about lots of other things. Like, oh, I don't like sci-fi, so I would never watch this sci-fi movie. And you're like, well, you have no opinion until you've ever seen a sci-fi movie. Like, what? No, they have
seen. That's what I'm saying, because you don't have enough knowledge about it in order to critique what it is that you.
But
just
they're not critiquing it. They're just saying
because you're painting broad strokes at that point.
Well, they are.
Because Broadway musicals, like, listen, I'm the type of person, like, I looked at that trailer. From what I've seen, I'm not very interested, and I don't want to watch it. It's just kind of like how the Ghostbusters movie was so bad. Like, I already saw the trailer and I was like, I don't need to watch the movie because the movie is going to be terrible because I just watched this awful trailer. So that's kind of how it is. You know,
which one? The girls Ghostbusters or the third one?
The girls one.
The girls one.
The girls one.
That one sucked.
Yeah, but the point.
The new one. The new one
is,
sucked
though,
too. The new one sucked
I'm
too.
trying to explain to Mustafa why people have a problem with what he's saying. He's being Mustafa, you're being defensive because you saw something that you liked and you love musicals and you're in the theater. So you're getting defensive because other people are like dismissing it or whatever. So I understand that, right? But I'm just saying, no matter what, even if it's like the best musical ever, there's a lot of people that just don't like musicals, and no matter what, they won't like it.
I'm not saying it's the best musical ever. All I'm saying is, dude, it was a
I didn't
great
say you said
show.
that. Did
Everybody
you listen to
worked
what
their
I
ass
said? Step back a second.
I did.
All right, but
I'm just letting you know.
I'm just saying that if it was the best, if there was something that was the best musical ever, they still wouldn't like it because they just don't like musicals. So there's no reason to get defensive that, oh, you don't understand how musicals are because I'm in the business. Do you understand how you sound like kind of a dickhead, like, to a lot of people when you talk like that? So I'm just trying to explain to you why. I'm explaining to other people why you're getting defensive about the thing that you love and that you went to school for and that you love going to see. I understand that. It's like when people tell us,
but here's also another thing, too. Here's also another thing, too, Joe. And this is no offense to anybody here, but listen to this. The fact that somebody made a comment, I don't know who was, saying, oh, only people watch it are queers. First and foremost, bullshit. There are straight people in theater. There are straight people who are proud to be straight in theater.
Well, but you're not helping them by not answering. I tried to make it I tried to make you see why people would say that, and then you literally wouldn't answer. And I said, like, hey, who's your last girlfriend, or when was it?
No. You were talking about, like, do I have a girlfriend, or do I have a girlfriend?
No, just like, when was your last time you dated a girl? When the last date you went on? And you're like, well, I'm not going to discuss that.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with what we were just talking about before. We went into another
people were just joking. People were just joking about it.
So bizarre.
People joke like that all the time in this community.
Yeah, I know you were joking.
Listen, anybody who really thinks
but you didn't act like it was a joke. You were like, I will defend this with my blood, my fucking honor.
First of all,
art of form of dancing.
Stop masturbating. Calm down, Rojas.
Oh my God!
I was talking about. I was talking about my profession. Then you guys started talking about relationships, which had nothing to do with the conversation we had.
No, it did. People were calling you gay, so I was trying to help you. I was trying to help you because people
were jokingly calling you homosexual for your like.
But even if he was, I don't. Who cares if he is or isn't or bisexual? I don't. It doesn't matter. And people that say that are obviously assholes. That are like, oh, you're gay because you like theater. Well, who cares anyway? But still, so I tried to help you by saying, like, well, but when was your last girlfriend, Mustafa? Or when was the last time?
I don't think it's an asshole thing. I think people are just joking. Like,
well, I do. People are just joking. But no, but some people are. That's
something that Joe would throw out there. Be like, hey, what do you fucking?
Well,
you like to suck cock?
I tried to help him, and it went the other way. Now it seems even weirder. Now I think he's into fucking hobgoblins.
Yeah, no shit, it's weirder. No shit.
Yeah, it's like, dude. Some people think you have, like. I think you might bang animals now because of this. Because like, it's
someone said Mustafa is great value, Jay Lethal.
Come on. No, but I'm sorry. I don't know what it's just. You know what? You know what? I'm like the guy. Let me explain something to Mustafa. I'm like the guy when like I'm like just fucking around in the kitchen like, and I'm like I'm gonna get some cereal, and then my buddy walks by and he accidentally bumps into me, and I go, oh dude, I'm like, oh, you rubbed up on me, you fuck. So then I like rub his back and go, yeah, next time tell me when you're gonna rub on me. And then the guy goes, ugh. And so now I'm like, are you gonna be okay, dude? I just made a joke. Are you all right? Ugh, like, dude, don't fucking rub near me or whatever. It's like, dude, I bumped in you by accident. Relax. And then from then on, I'm gonna fucking be weird to him because I don't know why. That's just who I am. So like, then the next time I see him, I'm gonna be like, hey, too bad you weren't in the kitchen again today. I was gonna rub you. I was gonna rub up against you with an erection this time. And then they're like, oh, and because they're like, it's so weird. I just get weirder. And so like, Mustafa, you're that type of guy where you're like, oh, I'm not gonna tell you about my relationships, like or whatever. It's like, okay, what the fuck?
Yeah, because that's my personal business. With all due respect, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't even have to really give an answer though. You could have been like, I'm fucking 3 bitches or something, but instead you were like, I don't want to disclose that information.
Right, but I'm just trying to explain to you from like it's a little like it's like you hear Rojas was like, I'm a virgin, and the other guy was like, I'm a virgin, and then the other guy was like, October I dated a girl. But the fact that but
again, that's my personal business, and I don't feel like I have to put that out there for everybody to know.
Right. And that's okay, and that's your right to do that. Exactly. But I'm saying most people wouldn't care to say. They'd be like, oh yeah, I dated someone last summer, or I don't know.
Yeah, but nor do I care about any, not necessarily what everybody else thinks. But again, I'm not putting stuff out there just put it out there for time's sake. I don't do that. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because I choose not to. That's my right.
No, it is. I'm just wondering, like,
we love you to
you could make something up. You could literally make something up. You'd be like, I don't know, I dated girls.
I don't like making stuff up personally.
This is like a no offense. This is like weird. Like I'm sorry. This is just weird.
Yeah,
to be like, no. I mean, it's weird. Dude, it's just weird that like on this show of all places, you're gonna be like, and I would be comfortable if we did not talk of such things as sex and all that stuff. And please do not disrespect Broadway and like, this is wrestling on Joe Cronin. Like, dude, like
wrestling on Joe Cronin, that would be a show.
Oh, now he's deflecting. Look, now he's like, oh shit, take the interrogation light off of me.
I'm gonna assume that you're into babies at this point now. So anyway,
for now on, Mustafa, we're gonna just refer to you as Mustafa the pedophile because you won't go into your weirdo sex life probably. So we're gonna just call you.
I'm gonna assume the worst at this point.
The pedophile.
No. So what makes you think that I am a pedophile? Because I'm actually intrigued now.
You won't tell us who you are. You wouldn't say anything about your life. So we're gonna just think, wow, he had some horrible.
It must be bad.
How does that make me a pedophile?
It doesn't, Mustafa. We're just fucking with you. That's what's funny. Because you won't tell. You won't.
Dan Kennedy's
this is another reason why it goes nowhere.
Oh, really? That's why Joe was That's why Joe laughed. That's why Joe laughed, bro. And a lot of people are laughing at you.
Dude, I'm gonna pass out.
We need better comedy.
I'm gonna pass out,
let's
bro.
just talk about wrestling.
Whatever.
All right, let's go back to wrestling.
Don't fucking lie about your shitty, fucking, probably uneventful sex life, you fucker. All right, at least I have the balls to admit that I'm a virgin.
When was the last?
At least I have the balls to admit that I'm a virgin.
Okay,
at least
that doesn't mean you can still get a BJ and still be a virgin. Duh.
Hey, what's up, Triple M? How you doing?
Yes, so homie.
Wow.
All right, because Mustafa said duh and he went to a play tonight, I'm assuming never mind. Anyway, let's move on.
Weird.
All right,
you're freaking weird, dude. Trust me, I've seen weirder. You're weird.
Let's
yeah, that's true.
Triple M,
are you aware of the butt punch?
Yes, so homie.
What's up, Triple M? How you doing? Triple M, when's the last...
I'm vibing, bro.
Triple M, when's the last girl you dated?
6 months ago. Dated for about 2 months, and then we broke up.
See? That's a normal answer. You're not a secretive double agent.
So it's all good.
My eyes only.
Now, you could have said that you're into guys. You could have been like, well, I'm gay, and I haven't found...
I'm not.
I was talking to Triple M, but... Well, why did you tell me that? Because we're not supposed to know anything about your life. Why would you even tell us that?
All you got to know is that I'm straight and I'm fine. That's all you need to know.
That doesn't matter, dude.
Are you gonna start blocking people in the chat again? Like, because that's gonna get gay.
Really? Do you think I'm that type of a SJW to do that? No, I don't.
What type
Well,
of
I mean, I don't
SJW
know
are
from
you?
this conversation. I don't know what.
Let me
to
tell you
think of
something. Mustafa has provided more entertainment than Raw tonight. I will tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's true.
I love
This is
that.
what we do.
That's why I love Mustafa.
Rampage.
And listen, it is his right to not tell us a fucking thing if he doesn't want to. But
Hey,
anyway,
did you
let's
guys
move
watch
on.
Dark Elevation today? It was weird.
No, I didn't see it. What happened? Yeah.
It was just 2 matches, and the rest was talking about the suicide thing with fucking Powerhouse Hobbs and Eddie Kingston. And I was
Wait,
like, yes,
what?
this is a crock of shit.
Wait a minute. Somebody was going to commit suicide on Dark Elevation?
No, they were just you know how like this month is the National Suicide Month or some
Oh,
bullshit.
well, I saw there was like commercials or something for that, but I didn't.
Yeah, it was fucking lame. There was only 2 matches and they sucked ass.
Well, I didn't watch it, and nobody probably did. Was it on YouTube?
Yeah,
How many people were watching live?
I didn't check. I watched it like 2 hours ago.
Oh, so wait a minute. Did you catch it live or did you catch the replay?
Replay.
Okay, so yeah, you wouldn't know. So I bet
But
like
normally there's about like 5,000, maybe 10,000 people watching.
that's what I was going to guess. I was actually going to guess
7,000.
It was a decent amount, like 10K.
Oh, that's not bad. I was going to say 3,000, so that's way better than what I thought. I thought 3,000, so.
Yeah, it was it was a match, mixed gender match, and then there was fucking Serpentico versus some other guy, some fucking dude.
Dude, they got Pentaco on Elevation. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Joe, did you see your butt pump yesterday?
Did I see the what?
What the fuck?
I don't
The
talk
butt
about I don't do my talk about what I do with Leah on this show.
Oh God, it's rated NC-17. Be good.
No, what happened?
No, you have to see. Okay, the Dolphins kicker was punting out of his own end zone, and he kicked the ball right into his teammate's ass.
That's what she said.
and it bounced over his head for a safety. In the end zone. And they froze the ball. Like you can see the ball like going up the guy's ass. He got knocked down. The kicker kicked
That's
it
what
so
she
hard.
said.
Oh my
And
God.
Charmin even tweeted about it, like because about toilet paper and stuff. It's like
What
it's called
the
the butt
fuck?
punt. It's like the Mark Sanchez butt fumble, but it's
Yeah.
called the butt punt.
The butt
You gotta
punt.
check it out.
Gooch punt.
That is funny. I wish I saw that. I didn't even know that happened. That's
Yeah,
fucking
it's
hilarious. The
insane.
way you described it is what made me laugh, I think. Like
It did.
and
It
then
went right up
rolled
his ass and then behind him for a safety.
Safety.
With lube?
I can't wait to listen to the last 20 minutes of this show. Oh boy. What a night. Shit bum.
He won't understand.
Oh,
it
what a
now.
night.
Rolling eyes face. Rolling eyes face.
Drew Barr, thank you for the $2 super chat party. He won't understand it. Move on. Oh, you must be talking about Mustafa, I guess. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Someone said in the chat, Mustafa identifies as a theater curtain.
Oh my God. Well,
What does that even mean?
There's going to be some memes for the next 2 weeks, but
God.
Mustafa, can we get a photo of you with like your finger over your lips going shh, and then it's like, and I'll PNG it, and I'll be like your photo.
How about my? I wouldn't do this anymore. But how about my middle finger to pretty much every single freaking like hater that I got?
I don't think anybody's really hating on you. I think people are just kind of having
saying hater.
No, I'm just saying in general. Just because.
Oh. Yeah,
like,
I don't think
it's
people.
nobody's hating you guys.
Nobody's gonna hate you. I don't think anybody really hates you or hating on it. I just think I'm trying to make. I understand what you're doing and what you're saying. I'm just sort of trying to make you see why people like I don't know why people are bothered by that. Why they're like jabbing you about it. Like I'm just sort of trying to make you see why they're acting like how you. I'm trying. I know you're not. I know you're not trying to be this way, and I know you're not like this. You're just a legitimate person. But I'm trying to tell you that even though you're just doing the right thing by you and saying what you want to do, which is what you should do, I'm saying that it makes people think that think you're better than everybody and stuff like that. So I know that you don't think that.
Hell no.
No, I know.
Hell no. I never want to do that.
I know you aren't like that, and I know you're not saying that at all. I'm just saying it makes you sound pompous and weird, like you're like, oh, I don't do that, but everybody else, we can joke on everybody and everything, but I don't do that, but that's so I'm saying that like that's what the what some people's issue is. I know that's not how you are at all, and everybody pretty much does know that. So I just want you to know that you should stick by your guns and do what you want to do. I'm somebody who's so what is it? Outverted? What's the extroverted?
Extroverted.
I will tell everybody all kinds of. I will tell people everything about me. Like even though I know like there was going to be names of my dog, like Dead Melly's cunt and your dumb dead dog and stuff like that. Because like some people would say like I'm not going to talk about that on the air. I'm going to just say we had a tough week, and I won't say why.
Right. But you take truth though, and you make it into dark humor, which is great.
Right.
It's just the thing is with me, it's like again, there's just certain details about my life, all due respect, that I just don't need to have everybody know about. Not just because I can, it's just because I just don't feel comfortable doing that, and that's just my personal business.
Yeah, and nobody's telling tell anything.
But they think like
people were just like saying like, listen, we like to fucking bust each other's balls, so don't get like all pissed off. Don't get pissed off when people are like, hey, why are you not telling us? What
like
are you what do you rape? What do you rape children or something?
Say you
and
bang.
they're like, well, I don't do that. I don't do those things. I don't do those things.
Yeah, say you bang a different girl every month for all we know, right? And you just go, oh man, I don't know, like I kind of just hook up with different girls all the time. Then everybody be like, oh okay, and then that this nothing would have ever happened. That people would have been like, oh okay. But because it's like I'm holding that secret, people take it like, what the fuck? Like, because it's just so many other people just say like, oh, I date girl, because it doesn't do anything.
Well, put it
and you're not giving us any information. You're not giving us any information. You're just saying, oh yeah, I've dated before. I'm sort of active.
Look, like I'm a
when you make vague statements like, yeah, would you fucking go? How's your sex life? I've trust me, I'm doing just fine. Oh, really? What does that mean? I can't even talk about that. I can't even talk about it.
Well, first and foremost, me saying that I'm single and I'm just fine means that I do based upon how I live my life, the way I'm openly and accordingly to who I am, based around not only how I was raised, but also how like I approach myself in every given situation. And I do certain things I would reveal, certain things I won't. That's just who I am.
Well,
is this going to be on the test?
Let's go.
Yes,
let's go.
You already passed it.
So you wouldn't be you wouldn't be willing to tell us the year you lost your virginity, would you?
No.
Well, I would. 2002.
Man, I wasn't born. Shit.
I was 11 back then. Holy shit.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I wasn't.
Well, wait a second. You're gonna disclose that type of information on the show that you were 11?
You were 11?
Well, no. People already know that I was born in the 90s. So, like,
it's weird. You just gave us more info.
Now I know your date.
Okay, now and I know you go to church and you live in. Okay, so I'm gonna write this. So I already know more like dangerous information than dating someone.
That's not even dangerous at all. That's basic.
And the thing is, Mustafa, what you're holding on to is probably like so lame that it's like not worth.
Actually, it's not
worth keeping it.
No.
It's actually not.
He has a sacred marriage with a girl named Shahid from India. It was arranged. It was arranged when he was 5 years old by Bamboo Niglazer from the Ashnadar region.
For anybody who's Indian or Middle Eastern out there, I apologize for this. God.
You fucking good motherfucker! I come kick your fucking face in your house, bitch.
What are you, a baby face commentator? Like, I'm so sorry, everybody who's listening to this right now.
I'm Gorilla Monsoon.
You sound like Byron Saxton.
Yeah,
he kind of does.
No, I'm more Gorilla Monsoon.
I'm trying to think. My first kiss also. Well, actually, my first kiss was kindergarten. This girl, Kathleen, went up to me and kissed me under the swing set. Oh, no, under the slide and everything. And by the way, I thought she was wicked pretty, and I had like a crush on her. But then I just kind of forgot about it and kept being a kindergartner. And then she kissed me on the lips one day I don't even know why. And I couldn't believe it. And after she did and she walked away smiling, I like got wicked pumped up and I started like running around on the slides and shit. Like it was really crazy. Then so I remember, I'll never forget.
Never had my first kiss. Shit.
Well, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
I never had my first kiss.
So wait a minute, but you lost your virginity but didn't kiss anybody?
No, I'm still a virgin.
Oh, okay. Wait, so you were never so would you
tonight.
so you're telling me that I'm wicked lucky that I was kissed in kindergarten?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe no, not really. No, it's kindergarten. It's different.
Yeah,
Well-
Asher in kindergarten wasn't so lucky.
I think I've always been a very like lovey romantic type. Like so, like when I was kissed, I was so fired up. Like I love.
Yeah, I was
like,
the same way too.
I was
I had a
running
crush
around.
in kindergarten. I remember that.
Yeah, no, I imagine like I couldn't believe it. And then like you know I had a couple little
boners,
second, third grade girlfriendy type of things. And then, dude, I'll never forget I had a couple of girlfriends in middle school and things like that and whatever. But I'll never forget 8th grade. 8th grade, I started dating this girl, Kristen, with gigantic hooters. And she was hot, and I was friends with her.
Nice.
Oh, my God. I'll never forget those times. We saw Armageddon in the theater, and she rubbed my crotch in the theater. And I was like, wow. I was 16 years old. It was crazy. Oh, no, I wasn't 16. I was... Well, yeah, no, I was 14. I was 14 years old. And she rubbed my crotch in the theater.
Cut a hole in the popcorn tub.
Yeah, it was, dude.
Shit bomb.
Oh God, it was
I
awesome.
love this show. Anything can happen, lol.
That's right, Red Jester. Anything can happen on this show. I should be on Sirius.
Anything could happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, it's weird. This conversation should be like on Monetize This or something.
It probably should, but you know what? We're third hour of the wrestling review, so that's what happens.
This is how bad Raw was.
I used to make out with a girl in like kindergarten. Problem was I was like 16, you know?
Yeah.
So it was really weird.
Hey Joe, it's me, Mustafa. I think I want to finally admit it. I make out with babies. All right. What the hell, Mustafa? Come on, man.
Hey, somebody send Joe that picture I sent y'all, because I can't send Joe pictures for some reason.
What?
I want you to see the butt pump.
Oh yes, I gotta see this.
The butt pump.
I want to see the butt pump. He's a secret Mustafa man. This is never gonna let. He's never. This is gonna take 2 weeks to go away, Mustafa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
Guess what I saw today.
But Mustafa, what? Anything else about the musical? Because that we all got sidetracked with everything, making fun of everything. But you know, anything else from the musical that you wanted to say about it? And out of all musicals, how would you rate the musical?
First and foremost, the wrestlers took actual bumps. There were actual bumps. There were decent paced matches based within the show. The longest match, obviously, was the final bout between character as well as the main lead. And dude, it was very interactive because, dude, children were screaming and hollering. Women who were not even legitimate started to become fans, and I got to know that because a lot of them who I knew from college or otherwise, they actually enjoyed it and wanted to see it again. So the testimony is based around what I heard and what people's reactions and having fun. So overall, it was a great show. It was out. There were 2 shows, one at 2:30, one at 7:30. As far as an actual show,
well, I mean, like in the world of theater, what in the theater scale, what would you give this?
What? Okay, well, all right. I want to know what's funny. Please.
I don't know what he's laughing at, but I'm legitimately asking you for a rating.
Oh the guy in the chat says something about Asher.
Oh, okay, never mind. So,
let me put it to you this way.
What are you, the teacher? What are you, the teacher? Who's talking? Who's talking? We're allowed to laugh, all right?
Let me ask you that, man, Mustafa. You are funny. I love you.
No, it's fine. Whatever.
You're dealing with a bunch of...
Okay, the rating I gave it, as far as
yes.
As far as for shows go, I'd probably give it... I'll give it 6 out of 10.
Like as far as
6 out of 10
like musicals, like as far as musicals go, like what?
Yeah, as far as
tell me right now, like what's your compared to West Side Story or whatever the best musical. The best musical you've ever seen. What's the rating you gave that? Which one was it? And then compare this to it.
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned West Side. West Side and Rent were actually 2.
Oh boy.
I thought the soundtracks were great.
Oh my God, life is
like
good.
It's like an 8.5.
Wait, what did you give? What you faded out, Mustafa?
I know what you're thinking. First of all, the music and the story of Rent was great. Can you hear me?
I hate Rent, so you're not going to win me there, but that's okay. But
Everyone has AIDS.
yeah,
right. I remember Team America World Police.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I hate Rent. I hate many musicals, but there are some that I love. So I love Rocky.
But then there's also straight plays that I love too. Like for example,
Yeah.
The Count of Monte Cristo and even Julius Caesar and plays like that. So like it's overall it was a decent.
We are
show.
going to see Macbeth. Sorry.
Did you see the one with Denzel Washington?
Macbeth?
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
Yeah, I love that one.
Great piece of work.
I love that. I spent when I was younger. So when I was younger on PBS, they actually played Macbeth when Patrick Stewart was playing that, and it was like a theater recorded. So like I like there's a lot of things that I like that and some musicals, but I don't like Rent really. I don't know. I just don't like that one. I think it's because my ex-girlfriend liked it so much it drove me nuts, and she liked Cats too. And I used to like Cats, but then my girlfriend I think ruined Cats for me.
Oh my! I hate Cats.
Yeah.
I hate Cats.
Yeah, I don't. So now I hate Cats.
Hate it.
But if people love it, it's
jukebox
fine.
musicals, I never was into. Because Cats technically, although it's a score, it's poetry by God, I can't remember the poet's name from England.
Fucking your mother.
Right.
That's church music.
No. Wait a minute though. I've heard some good church music. I've heard some good church music. I've heard some good shit.
Oh yeah, gotta go.
Anyway, so Rostava would give like Rent an 8 out of 10. So you give this a 6 out of 10.
No. I gave Rent a 7. I gave one.
Oh my god, that's fucking.
6 out of 10.
Every time you speak, Rostava, your signal goes out. So it's like, no. I gave it.
Wait, so the rest of the musical, did Jimmy Hart come out?
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, we're up against it. I gotta go. Anybody else got anything to say before we get out of here?
The last two matches of the show were pretty good. And I'd say the overall show was about a 5-ish, 5.5 if you're being nice.
Yep, I'll go a little lower and give it a 5 out of 10.
Dude.
And Rostava has,
as I said before, Joe.
Do you have pictures and video or anything you're gonna release later?
Yeah, I have photos that I'm putting out on the JCS Facebook page, as well as I'll send it to you DM. You can do whatever you want with them. I don't care.
Nice.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're
When's the
comfortable
album
releasing
coming out?
those photos? I mean, they are part of your personal life. You know?
I could see. Yeah,
Well, wow, really?
it's gonna go. I mean,
nobody's gonna let this go. You know what I mean? Like,
watch Shrek
this
the
is gonna
musical
be-
stuff.
I actually have seen Shrek the musical. It's pretty. It's not as good as the movie.
Oh, wait till Matrix.
Me and my ex Phoebe watched that in my house together. She wanted to watch it, so I'm like, okay. So
No, because I grew up with Shrek. It came out when I was like 10 years old. So
I never really liked Shrek. Don't get.
Did they do this? Somebody once told me
The world is gonna roll me.
I love Smash Mouth.
I would see Matrix the musical.
I got layers.
I'm telling you, they did Back to the Future. They will do They will do the Matrix musical. It will happen.
They did Rocky. They did Rocky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, but
That's what I'm
Rocky,
saying.
I
They
mean,
kind of
yeah.
took. They took the.
I didn't like the Rocky one.
I didn't either, but again, I like the concept.
I think movies, honestly, in my opinion, aren't something that you can necessarily turn into a Broadway show. Because
on the contrary,
I get the idea, like, oh yeah, wouldn't it be cool if we had the Rocky set or whatever? And it's like, yeah, but what are you gonna do besides give us a less interesting Rocky? Because
that's
first
actually
Rocky
not
was
true.
perfect.
Not true, actually, because he had the Lion King and Billy Elliot that were all written by Elton John,
Saturday Night
and they all
Fever
did
was
very
amazing.
well.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing: some things work out, some
I
things
don't like the Lion King one. It reminds me of that fucking weird cat shit. Oh, let's dress up like a fucking furry, and it's just like, I don't know. That's not my gig.
How about a Bronx Tale? That's a classic. But that's more theater.
Oh, here, this is what the Matrix one will sound like.
Oh God,
Neo, you're the one. Neo, you're the one. Neo, this is the Matrix. This is the Matrix.
And this is Mustafa after coming back from it. Oh my God, the musical was so fantastic.
The Matrix would suck.
the theatrics of it all. I just loved it.
I don't know, man.
Dude, that was a Gargus laugh.
That Back to the Future thing looked horrific when I saw it. That Back to the Future play and the Beetlejuice one too. Jesus, I was like,
You know what they've been trying
American Psycho drive 88 miles per hour on stage.
You know they've been trying to put The Wall as a musical for a long time on Broadway.
Building a wall
Put it out.
for Trump.
I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here.
Wall might
I'm gonna
work.
leave this briefcase right here. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. Son, run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch.
The musical Run You Fat Bitch.
Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fucking fat bitch.
You big bitch and you're running away. You big bitch, better running away. You big bitch and you're running. Look at your tits.
Allison Tuckwab.
Sounds so dirty. Love it.
Run, you fat bitch.
The shooting didn't happen at Dynamite. A commentator was talking about it. It happened in the city and the cops are investigating it. And is CM Punk done with wrestling? And I put the video on your Instagram page.
Oh, thank you, Allison, for going over to Instagram
CM Punk
with
was
it.
responsible for the shooting. He
Yes.
brought a gun. He brought a gun to the Elite's locker room.
The City Saint.
Wait,
or
so
what is
one
it? What
of
is his
these-
moniker in Army?
But he's just as shitty. He's just as shitty as aiming as he is as fighting.
That's so weird that the commentary would bring up a shooting that happened.
Weird.
Yeah, Allison did send it to me. Let me see here. It says, well, let's play it if it's
died
video.
after being shot Thursday evening. Officers responding to a shooting call at a home on East Main Street found the victim inside with a gunshot wound. They were taken to the hospital and pronounced dead.
Loving and fighting.
What? I don't know.
What music?
I think
love with the fire in the side of your wound.
I honestly don't think, Allison, I think that has nothing to do with AEW. I think somebody took
Not at all.
a sound clip and they, for some reason, put it over, because it says Swerve Strickland got cucked on AEW Dynamite Grand Slam, and they show a video that is completely unrelated to that, I believe. So I don't think it. I'm gonna look at the comments, and I think I have no idea why that's over that. I think that's
shooting under glory.
Yeah, I think that's part of a song. I think that's part of that song, and they use that song. So that song has that intro of the shooting, and so it's over the AEW highlight. And I think I think we're misunderstanding that. So that's what
When do you think they're going to make a school shooting play?
Oh, a play? Jesus.
And do you think Garguts or not Garguts? Do you think Rostafa is going to like it?
Well, I'm going to be the one, as Alex Jones, I'm going to be funding the whole thing to try to say sorry for Sandy Hook. So I'll be paying for most of that.
They got doom buggies on the moon.
Right. Here's the other thing.
Buggies. They make you think they're humans. They're not humans. These are scum.
You don't even know the type of evil we're dealing with right now. Like you don't.
Right now, high school
shooting. Cannot open this right now.
Everybody's trying to open the pickle jar.
Oh my god! All right, we're out of here, man. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. I'm out of here. Mustafa Triple M, Meow Meow is here. Mr. Pico Boulevard, Luke Rojas, Dan Kennedy, and Creeper Hostage, and Triple M, the $25 producer with a beautiful mic, beautiful voice. Sounds honestly the best.
Joe.
Unbelievable. We should do more stuff. Kisses, man. Thank you, dude. We have to do a podcast sometime because the mic sounds so good. You sound legitimate.
Hey, bro, hell yeah, man.
Look at that. Sounds great.
Always around.
And Rastafa will bring him there, and then we'll bring Luke Rojas, and then Rastafa can tell us about eating babies. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye. Thanks to everybody for being here, man. You guys are all great. I had a great time. Hit the like button if you can. Shout out to the Ghost from the Coast. He's going to take home the JCS Digital Championship tonight. Thanks for that last one, Allison Tuckwab.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Mustafa. Let me tell you something, Mustafa. I love you, brother. This is gonna go out to you, dude. Let me just say this before this goes down. Let me just say this to you, Mustafa, before we do this. I apologize in advance for what I'm about to do. I love you, Mustafa. I love you to death. I love you like a brother. You've been like an amazing co-host on this show, Mustafa. But I got to do this. And I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, Mustafa. Oh, well. I'm just kidding, Mustafa. I wouldn't do that to you. Have all the good men gone? Where are all the gods? Where are all the street Hercules to fight the rising odds? Isn't there a white knight upon a fiery steed? Late at night I toss and turn and dream of what I need. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. And he's gotta be black and he's gotta be large. He's gotta be ready to fuck. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. And he's gotta be black and he's gotta be large. He's gotta be ready to burst in me. somewhere after midnight, in my wildest fantasy. Somewhere just beyond my reach, someone's reaching back to me. I don't know why I was thinking about Rastafa's fucking musical shit, and that popped in my mind. What the fuck is wrong with me, dude? Oh man, it's like fucking just popped into my head, bro. It's really hard to do that out of nowhere. Something like that. David Sanborn, The Dream. Anybody ever heard that? I think it goes something like that. But I'm a drummer, so what do I know? Anyway, good night, everybody. Where's some David Sanborn, The Dream? It's something like that. I'm going to figure it out. It just popped into my head. I don't know why. I haven't played that in forever. I don't know how to play that. I can't even play guitar. So if you're out there and you're wondering, hey, I don't know if I could play guitar, you can do it. Because if I have one for $80 and it sounds like shit like this, you can play the guitar. I was working on that one time. I was working on that. I wanted to take David Sanborn, The Dream, and turn it into like Typo Negative, 9 Inch Nails. And oh yeah, I do. I did. I recorded it. Yeah, I do have it. I'll have to do it. I'll have to record it. Oh, I found it. Let's go somewhere. Like go. We can really grind you with it like this. Yeah, there it is. I knew I did that one time. So you take a little synthesizer over that, maybe a bass, and then you got something going on. You got something going on. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Rest in hell. God, I love that song.